Someone has asked if Gaston has escaped again or been deported. Marcel, do you want to bring Gaston to us to show that he has not been deported?
We put up a little statistic during the show that Gaston has escaped 3 times this year, and the annual average is 12.
How does he escape, Marcel?
Isn't that right, Marcel?
Oh my goodness.
How does Gaston escape?
He simply lives by the door.
How? So are
leaves
you the
by
one that
the
leaves the
door.
door open?
Oh my god, oh my god. This is the most stupid question that I have seen. I've never seen a pin in Minecraft. No!
Okay, so Marcel,
Well,
who leaves the
Minnesota
door open to let
Metro
Gaston go?
person, you have just been told by Marcel that your question was terrible. Sorry about that.
Okay, Canadian Manectric, I'm sorry, you're being timed out. Swirling Magnetar, you are being timed out.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Gaston is a severe tropical cat.
We like that comment. We like that. Marcel, some people here have never seen your cat. Could you show us a picture? Or a video? Or...
Gaston, wake up.
Oh, he's
Wake
asleep. Poor cat.
Waking
up.
up, Marcel.
You
His
will
name
be
is-
famous.
Marcel, your flies
It's a
down!
bad idea. Have we just seen that?
Marcel, your flies down. Marcel, your flies down. I hope you know that. And you just showed the whole stream.
Well,
He's too absorbed by Gaston
I
to
don't
care.
know how to respond to this.
Marcel, do you hear us?
Of course he hears.
Yes?
What are you
Your
doing with your
fly
cat?
was down and you showed it to the whole stream.
What are you doing with your... I feel sorry for Gaston.
What do you have to say about that, Marcel?
Look, he's not happy. He's not happy. He's gone. He's gone.
You're stretching Marcel. You're stretching him. Keep going.
This is just outside Force 13 HQ. I'm not going to go any great distance. I'm actually in shelter, as you can see, to hide from the rain. This is Windstorm Barney. You can hear the wind more behind me. Wind's not the most severe, but pretty bad. Certainly dramatic when you hear it in the background. Earlier today we had wind gusts of over 70 miles per hour in Wales. I've no idea what the winds are here. They're certainly rather serious, 20 to 30 miles an hour at least. Gusting possibly higher. I've only just stepped out here, so it might have been worse earlier on. No way of knowing. Definitely hear a lot from behind me. Oh, and now there's the wind in front of me as well. This is down the side passage of Force 13 HQ. You can hear the furious wind in this passage. Looks like we're being hit by a ghost. We're certainly being hit by something. That's a buffet of wind that just came through this passage. Well, there's not much else I'm going to really show you from what you've already just seen, but hello. It's really cold out here. This is me, Nathan Foy, hello. And one day maybe I'll be a proper severe weather watcher, who knows. But right now it's just waiting and seeing what goes on with Barney. There could be snow on the way as well, so stay tuned at Force 13 HQ. We could see anything going on this winter. Rumblings, it could be like the severe winter we had in 2009 during the... because what's happened is that we've had very similar events to what happened in 2009 with the El Nino effect, of course, happening worldwide. But what happened here just last week is that there were flood warnings in Cumbria on around Cockermouth. Now, you remember Cockermouth, people who know the UK, Cockermouth had really bad flooding problems back in 2009 when we had an El Nino, and then after that was in November as well, by the way, and after that, into that winter, we ended up having terrible amounts of snow all winter, and lo and behold, Sunday, as far south as Gatwick Airport could be seeing snow on Sunday, this Sunday. Don't know whether that will materialise, but certainly Scotland and the northeast of England should be watching out for that. Looks like it's dying down here, so I'm going to rush back in, but hey, there's a little snapshot on what we saw of, well then again, nope, I'm just in my shelter. It is pretty bad out here. This is what we saw of Windstorm Barney. You've been here all day, Hotson, and what do you think of your experience so far?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, that's good.
Bit of unpreparedness, but it's...
Unpreparedness? How have we been unprepared?
Well, I rang the doorbell 2 times and I knocked and the doorbell didn't work.
The doorbell didn't work, that's right.
Yeah.
Broke it.
He didn't break it.
He didn't break
No,
it.
of course I
He
didn't.
might have broken it, actually. It was working until today.
Excuse me, I did not break that doorbell.
You see his face then, his eyes went lit up there as if he... Oh, I'm guilty, oh no!
I rung it 2 times.
Yeah.
Then I knocked and then the door was answered.
Right. Oh. Shut up, Craig.
Shut up, Craig.
No.
Yeah, we're now joined by Devon. You're on Force 13's Comedy Hour. How are you? Excellent. Now let's take a look at... Hold on.
Hello, Hotson.
Yes, Hotson, Devon wants to speak to you. Do you want to put on the headphones?
Yes.
Okay. You're in conversation with Hotson, Devon. You can't hear me. I can't hear you, sorry.
I can't hear you, sorry.
Yes.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it.
Come on,
Devon.
Hotson.
Come on, Hotson.
There we go.
There we go.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Hello,
Hello.
Hotson.
This is awkward.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm afraid I have
I know what's
bad
happening.
news.
Uh-oh.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
I have some bad news.
Oh dear.
What?
What is it?
Time for me to go.
Oh,
What?
he's gone.
What? Oh! Give us the headphones back. Well, that was underwhelming
That was
to the extreme. What has happened? This is a
He
guy
just
back.
trolled Hotson.
Did he
He
really?
just trolled him.
Hotson, you're not supposed to be trolled on air. Look at those eyes, you see that?
Excuse me.
Oh, he just Devon just well, it was really really awkward. It was cringe, in fact.
Yeah, I could tell.
then Devon said, "I've got some bad news for you," and then he just said, "It's time for me to go." He just left.
Very good, very good. Now, I want to show the viewers a video that we did earlier of Daniel throwing a bin at the camera.
The GFS is just really shit.
That is absolutely hilarious. Let's watch that again.
I knocked you off your feet.
Now, what is that all about, Olsen?
Got
Chingana?
good acting.
It was quite good acting. I can't wait to see the finished thing. And we don't... Well, no one knows what that's about yet.
Oh!
Was that me? It
Was
wasn't
that a
me.
collision with Ethan? I'm not sure.
I don't think it was.
And does Parker go red? Is that Parker or is that Strat? I don't know who's who
I
anymore.
think that's me.
Parker is black. Oh, Gaston tipped.
No, he didn't. Did Gaston tip? Did he really tip? Gaston! Where are you? Where are you? Gaston! What did you do? Gaston! It happens here somewhere. Where's Gaston? This is a few moments ago. We're waiting to see what again.
Oh, there he
He was there when I was there. What happened? Oh, Jesus Christ. What happened? What?
He slides through. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna choke.
Someone sweat right now. No.
That's an amazing sound. How many times can you survive that?
So been the fifth. Shrevan Mirage Passat 6. Parker Allenberg in 7th. Finn!
Hey, good. We're good. We're good.
Kaya! Yes! Oh, Brian Sierra! Oh, from Gaston to the pits!
I thought gas had tipped the way to the pits.
Yeah. Thomas Schwed still in the lead. He just got past the Gaston truck, and Thomas Schwed back round to the starfish. Leave the ring. Hi there. Wilson there. Just there. Leave the ring. I was on 2 wheels just then. Thomas Schwed in the lead. Let's go on board.
I couldn't tell if Nathan was like yawning or dying.
Well, there you have it. Wow, what an entrance to Force 13 Week 2021, and we are here once again. My name's Nathan Foy, and as you can see behind me, we are about to celebrate our 10th birthday. That's tomorrow, but today is the beginning of Force 13 Week, which is going to be taking place every day up until Sunday. It's actually a full week. We don't often do a full week. We usually do maybe a Monday to Friday or a Monday to Saturday, but we're actually doing Monday to Sunday this time, which includes on Saturday Force 13's Force for Good. You may remember that from last year. We'll be doing that again this year. But before then, we've got so many other things that we've got to show you during this week. Not as many things as I hoped for at the beginning because of how busy things have been in my life and in the world. But I'm still very confident that there's going to be lots of really fun stuff during Force 13 Week. Of course, we've got the team. They're not here right now, but they'll be here later on at half past the hour. So in 25 minutes, maybe a little bit more now because we're running a bit over time with my little chat here. But we've got an emergency management exercise tonight. We've got the Super Cyclone Challenge every night this week. And we've got animations, we've got best of features, of which we're about to see the first one, which is Force 13's best game show moments. Or I should say the funniest game show moments. And I think there's been quite a few over the past few years, so I'm going to throw us straight into that, and then after that finishes about 25 to, we're back in the studio. I'll introduce my team once again, and we will also, well, we'll get stuck in and we'll get onto your questions and we'll have a nice little chinwag at half past. All right, let's go on to the funniest game show moments collection. Correct answer. 10 points will also be deducted if they get a wrong answer as well. So that's going to be rather interesting, isn't it?
Is this a buzz?
No, it's just yourself first, Michael. You're going to be playing first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Good luck.
Are you ready to play?
Yep.
Daniel, what's so funny first? What's so funny?
Nothing. I'll count down now.
You better have. General knowledge questions, 10 points for every correct answer. If there's a wrong answer, we pass it over to the other player to see if they know. John?
Nathan, should we do a buzz check?
If you like. We'll count down from 3 to 0. When I say 0, Devon and Caesar buzz in. We'll check your sync rate. 3, 2, 1, 0.
Buzz.
Caesar, hello?
Hello.
You didn't buzz. You know to buzz in, right?
Try it again.
I think he's pretty okay. All you got
Say
to
buzz
do
after 0.
Yeah. All you got to do is say buzz when the
I'll count down this time.
3.
Okay,
Okay.
2, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Buzz.
Caesar, hello.
Hello, Nathan.
Well, there's only 20 people here. Devin.
That's a stinky winky.
Oh! No!
I guess it's because I have no idea of what the hell is this.
Is it?
Unso.
Unso?
Whoa!
Sorry, I gotta beat myself.
Unso.
Damn it yourself!
Someone's Skype's messed up.
I don't know. Any more guesses from the viewers? Because
Stop laughing, everyone.
I'm sorry, the viewer's best guess is Katarina.
For God's sake.
okay.
Okay, the war is over. I don't have any more bleeps from my Skype.
NHC.
No, Bureau of Meteorology, but the name Wonder is used on the 2015 naming list in which basin?
Atlantic.
Correct. Typhoon Samba was the first storm featured on Force 13 updates to reach what category?
Pardon?
Typhoon Samba was the first storm featured on Force 13 updates to reach what category?
Category 3.
No, 5. Ron and Susan reached category 5 intensity in which ocean?
season, Atlantic.
Win the show. You might win yet because there's no more storm questions per se.
Yeah, I'm determined I will win.
You're determined.
Yeah.
Well, good on you. Good on you. Yeah, I mean it. Very good. Let's go on to the next round. It's the specialist subject round. The option 1, getting 10 points for every correct answer, losing nothing if you get an incorrect answer. 20 points and lose 10, 30 points and lose 20, or 40 points and lose 30. 1, 2, 3, or 4. You asleep? What on earth is going on?
I've won then.
Is Matthew genuinely asleep?
I don't know.
Well, it appears.
Michael!
I've never. Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh shit. Oh sorry. Oh mate. My head.
Welcome to a Hurricane Week special of the Super Cyclone Challenge. I'm your host, Nathan Foy, and let's see who's going to be in the hot seat tonight. Will it be Waniel Hodson freely admits that he doesn't know much about storms, but he says he's learning? Will he do well tonight if he's selected? Or will it be Marcel Holos, thinks he knows everything about Guess the Storm, but will he know everything on our show tonight? Or might it be Craig Fisher, knows everything if Cyclone Bansi or Pam is mentioned, but how will he do with the rest of the question? Or will it be Mexican Cesar Gamez, apparently has quite a good memory, but will that serve him well tonight? Or will it be David Tones, who's completely flabbergasted every time we do Guess the Storm? Hopefully we won't see any of those tonight. Or will it be all-time winner Devon Williams, who's still setting the record for the most amount of game show wins? How will he do tonight if he's selected? Or will it be John Courier, residing in Massachusetts and knows a lot about American cyclones, so they say? Or will it be Old Hampshire weather watcher Michael Scott, who loves to play about with Hypo World? But how will he do tonight in the real world? Or could it be Scotsman Lee, who, well, seems to be rather untested actually. We don't know much about him. How will he do if he's chosen? Yes, and here we are on the Super Cyclone Challenge. How do I back that up? Well, my name's Nathan Foy, I'm sure you know that by now, and I'm here in the studio taking on, or well, letting the first challenger take us on the Super Cyclone Challenge. And how strong will his storm become? And who is it, first of all? Well, would you like to reveal yourself? It is Cesar. Hello.
Hello, Nathan. Hello, people.
Up a little bit. The next question. What was the last name storm of the 2012 Atlantic hurricane season? Was it Tina, Tanya, Tony, or Tinky Winky? Focus!
Tony. It was Tony.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Wow! So, are you sure it's not Tinky Winky, yeah?
No, it's not.
I don't write these questions.
It's Tony. It's Tony.
Yeah, I don't get it first. Okay, here's your next question for 60 miles an hour. Here it is. Hurricane Juan made landfall in which country in 2003? Is it A, Portugal, B, Canada, C, Spain, or D, Bermuda? Hurricane Juan.
Can't remember what year that was.
2003, I said. Portugal, Canada, Spain, or Bermuda. If you need a lifeline, say so.
I think it was Bermuda, because that was one of the NS storms. Because I remember my mate's auntie lived in Nova Scotia.
That's not in Bermuda, is it?
No, but I mean,
2 seconds.
Yeah, I'll go for Bermuda. Final answer.
Michael's gone for Bermuda. Okay, where is Nova Scotia again?
You know where Newfoundland is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the little island south of. It's like southwest of Nova Scotia.
And that's
Southwest of Newfoundland, even.
And that's in Bermuda.
No, it's because it's what my mate said. Is that his aunt said that they were hit by a storm that hit Bermuda, which was Hurricane 1.
But you went with Bermuda as your final answer.
Yeah, I know. Oh.
Michael.
Yeah.
You've lost.
Wait, did you say Nova Scotia as well?
The correct answer is Canada. That's where Nova Scotia is.
Shit.
Michael. Here it is. Who makes the decision to retire Atlantic hurricane names? Is it A, the National Hurricane Center, B, the World Meteorological Organization, C, the National Weather Service, or D, President of the United States? I knew he would laugh at that.
The World Meteorological Organization.
The WMO.
Yes.
Final answer.
Yeah.
Very good. It is the correct answer. Cesar's a major. Oh, he can't get over Trump. How's the wall looking, Cesar?
The world is looking very...
An hour. On which Floridian island did Irma make its final landfall this year? A. Anclote Key, B. Marco Island, C. Anna Maria Island, or D. Cedar Key?
B. Marco Island.
Final answer.
Yes.
Absolutely sure.
Yes.
Without a doubt, clearly. What made you think Marco Island?
Because I have tracked it. The storm and
you remember it?
Yes.
Marcel usually has a good memory, and he does this time as well. He's now 150 miles an hour. Hey, Marcel, how about it?
Yes.
Oh, it's building.
I don't think Fred.
Okay. Well, Omar is Marcel's final answer. You're at 150 miles an hour. Marcel, Omar is the correct answer. He's at 155. How have you managed that? Big stakes here. Let's see what we have. Cyclone Enid Fanny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. High stakes here. Do pardon me. Let's start that question again. I'm such an immature idiot. Here it is. Cyclone Enid Fanny. I'm sorry.
What?
I've got to do. Is it?
What?
I'm putting you off here. I'm really sorry. Let's try that again. Straight face. Okay. I'm struggling with this. Here we go. Question. Question number 19. It's 175 miles an hour, Marcel. Huge stakes here. If it's wrong, you go down to 150. Here it is. Cyclone Enid Fanny existed in which basin? Existed in which basin in 1970? A. The South Pacific Ocean. B. The North Indian Ocean. C. The South Indian Ocean. Or D. The Atlantic and East Pacific. None. It's not none. I desperately want you to get this right.
I think 3.
What are you going to go with? 3. Final answer, Marcel.
3.
Final answer? Yes. It's locked in. You've gone with 3. Oh, Marcel. You had 180 miles an hour. Safe. It still is safe. It's the correct answer, Marcel. You're up to 185. That is outstanding. Oh boy. What am I doing with my life? Why Marcel did the risk lifeline. It helps you can get it. You're gonna get it wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna get it wrong, but I'm gonna try Ellen.
You're gonna say Typhoon Ellen of 1959.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir.
Marcel, what are your thoughts?
IDK.
He looks very nervous.
Oh dear.
Isaac, this question was worth 185 miles per hour. If you've got this... And sorry, I'm wrong. If this question is worth 190 miles an hour.
Jeez.
If you've got this question right, you take Marcel's place, and you are on question 23 for 200 miles per hour. If not, Marcel is in for 200 miles an hour the next question. Do you think you're right?
But why are you eager to know?
You're eager to know, aren't we all? Got to build up tension here.
Oh.
Now my webcam stopped working. Isaac.
Yes.
You just chose the correct answer, and Marcel has lost.
Oh wow.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh.
This is unprecedented.
Oh.
Oh, Marcel, I feel so sorry for you. It's outrageous.
I mean, the name sounded familiar to me, so I was just like, yeah, I think I've heard of that before, so like, I'm gonna pick it.
Now in the back. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center are based on which islands? A, the Mascarene Islands, B, the Hawaiian Islands, C, the Mariana Islands, or D, the Philippine Islands?
It's a good question.
The Joint Typhoon Warning Center are based on which islands? Mascarene, Hawaiian, Mariana, or the Philippine Islands?
Mariana Islands.
Are you sure? Can you picture where they are? 20 seconds. Or do you want a lifeline?
I feel like I know the answer, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's final.
Mariana. 5 seconds remained on the clock. Gabe, do you think you're right?
It's the only other islands that I know of other than the Pacific Islands, so I would hope not Pacific. Philippine Islands, and I don't think that's where the JTWC is. So yes, I think it is right.
Gabe, it's not the Mariana Islands. It's the Hawaiian Islands.
Really?
They moved. They moved to Pearl Harbor. They used to be on the Mariana Islands in Guam, but they moved.
What?
Yes. Gabe, I'm so sorry. Pearl Harbor is the answer.
Pearl Harbor is an answer?
Pearl Harbor is the correct answer. The Hawaiian Islands, as opposed to the Mariana Islands. They used to be there as the Fleet Weather Center many, many years ago, but they are now in Hawaii.
That's probably why. That's probably why.
What was the most intense storm of the 2014-15 Southern Hemisphere seasons? The most intense storm. Bansi, Eunice, Pam, or Winston?
Winston.
Is that your final answer?
Mm-hmm. Ow.
Leighton? Winston is the wrong answer. the 2014-15 Southern Hemisphere season?
Oh wow, that was 15-16. It's about to
It was 15-16. Later,
Oh,
what
yeah.
are you doing? Well, I'm afraid it ends there. And Leighton is, well, still a mere tropical storm at 40 miles an hour he goes away with. Here's another question. Officially, what was the third storm of the 2016 Atlantic hurricane season? Was it? Don't laugh. Don't laugh, you're putting me off. Okay, was it A. Colin, B. Cindy, C. Claudette, or D. Chris?
Colin, final answer.
That is the correct answer. Yes, well done. I don't know how you managed that. Officially. Gotta say it. Gotta say it.
Yep.
Final question separates you from hurricane status. This is for 75 miles an hour. As long as we don't go into another Enid Fanny laughing fit. Question number 8. Collect yourself. What was the deadliest Atlantic hurricane of the... Which 2005 hurricane caused the largest evacuation? Is it Emily, Katrina, Rita, or Wilma?
I don't truly know this, but I'm gonna go with Katrina, final answer. Just because it's Katrina.
Final answer.
Yep.
Thomas? Do you think you got it right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did, but I don't know for sure.
Thomas, it's the wrong answer.
Oh, there we go. it was Wilma, wasn't it?
No.
No.
It's Rita.
Again, wrong. It's Rita. You gotta be kidding. Why would Rita have a bigger evacuation?
Because people were
I should've
scared
used the
about
lifeline.
Katrina.
That's deeply saddening. Well, you know what? I told you I was gonna do really bad.
Just for that, 2 seconds remaining. Marcel is a tropical storm. Tell me yes. He's on his phone. Hey, that's not allowed.
I was chatting.
Yeah, he was chatting. Well, just keep it away from you. Or dot.
Risk lifeline, please.
Risk lifeline. On question number 7, with 11 seconds remaining, Marcel, for the second time in history, going with the risk lifeline. Wow.
No.
You've said it.
No.
You've said it.
No.
You said
Oh,
risk lifeline.
I was confused.
You said
I want to change that.
I'm sorry, we've got to go with your first option. That's how the game works. Marcel, that's how the game works. We're now doing the risk lifeline.
Lifeline, no, please, no,
Marcel,
please, no.
Marcel, it's the risk lifeline. Alright, we're gonna try and get the person who would be playing next onto the risk lifeline right now, if we can. Hopefully we can at some point.
I was. Oh my goodness.
If we can't get hold of them, we're gonna have to do something else.
And I have the answer.
But it's too late. It's too late.
But I said lifeline, not risk lifeline.
You did say the risk lifeline.
I was confused. I mean lifeline, not risk lifeline.
Oh. Marcel, you have used the risk lifeline. And this is
I don't accept.
You don't accept it.
And I am not going to lose.
Oh.
So, Marcel?
David, I can tell you that Kanoa is the wrong answer. Marcel plays on For the first time, successful risk lifeline here.
Oh yes,
Super
oh yes,
Cyclone
oh
Challenge
yes, oh yes, oh
history.
yes, oh yes.
Thank you, David, for trying to take part. Unfortunately, you failed this time around. We'll see you again soon.
Okay.
What am I doing? 20 seconds.
C, E, F, G. I think 19.
Is that your final answer?
No.
10 seconds. You gotta lock it in.
20.
There isn't a 20. Are you going with 19?
21.
21.
Yes.
We're on the cusp of running out of time. Marcel,
Yes.
do you think it's 21? Or did you think it
Yes.
was 19?
I don't know. 21.
Marcel, you've lost it.
Why?
The correct answer was 19. And you were so
I
close.
am so stupid. I am so stupid. I am so stupid.
On a question I thought he was just about to get right, and then he changed it.
But I don't know what number is D.
Oh.
I think that was letter 21.
If you'd like to take part in a future episode of the Super Cyclone Challenge,
Hey,
send us a message through any of our mediums, or by direct email, contact@force13.com. Facebook and Twitter, search Force13 or in text. Good night from Studio 4.
Common sense. It's something that a lot of people lack, especially Into Thin Air, Dornias, and all the Witchcasters. I had to do this, guys. I'm sorry.
Alright then, this is a message delivered by one of our contestants and does not by any means represent the opinion held officially by the project. On the 24 questions that await now, we have got no other than Samuel. Hi Sam, how are you?
I'm good. I'm doing just fine.
What's this?
I'm here to avenge Hotson's game, and I'm doing it in style.
Excellent. Hashtag make Hotson great again. Now,
Hey, what's wrong with a little bit of advertisement in a video?
alright. Why have you chosen to avenge Hotson's game in particular?
Well, because I think Hotson deserves better than the game that he played. I think he deserves to do a lot better for the sake of Force 13.
Really? Is that bad? I can't take this seriously. Stop it. What was the fourth named storm of the 1999 Atlantic hurricane season? Was it Dean, Dennis, Dorian, or Don?
Let's see. That was list number. That was in list 5. So let's see. I remember.
15 seconds. Dean, Dennis, Dorian, or Don? Fourth name storm in 99.
Oh, it's Dean. Because he got retired in 2000. Dean got retired in 2007.
Final answer.
Wait a minute. Just checking. It
Sam.
was Don. No, Dennis. Dennis. Final answer.
Sam.
Dennis.
You were gonna lock in Dean,
No, I wasn't.
and then you ran out of time.
It was Dennis.
Sam, we can't go on. That is the wrong answer. We've
Was
run
it
out of
not
time.
Dennis?
It was Dennis, but you went with Dean, and then you ran out of time. You didn't lock in Dean. You ran out of time. No one's ever run out of time before. The game ends when you run out of time, man. You failed. Hodson! The Bean season contained 19 Category 5 storms. Is it 2010, 2012, 2013, or 2015?
What what? It's not 2013 or 2015. I know that.
Amnesia.
It's 2012 or 2010. Oh my god, give me a lifeline.
There's no lifeline.
There's no lifeline.
5, 4,
How many times?
3.
2010, 2010.
Strat? That's the wrong answer. History. The first ever 0 mile an hour winner is Strat Becker.
Hello, can I confess something?
Go on, Marcel.
Get the rally cap going. Get the rally cap.
I am an underpants.
But Marcel is correct. That
Dang it. How? Wait, how did he just do these random things? And he just left and muted his microphone. He literally left and his microphone's muted.
Well, for God's sake.
Oh my gosh.
Marcel is a Category 4, and there he is. Marcel, you're nearly out of time. I'll have to hurry you. 5 seconds.
Where is the music on?
2, 3.
Wow.
Marcel is out of time, so we move on to MJO. So there we have it. That was how things went there. Where have I gone? I should be appearing here, and it apparently shows nothing. That's excellent. All right. So in the meantime, oh no, hold on. We've got okay. Well, I'm up in the corner now. That's fantastic. Christian is laughing away. We've had the intro already. We're here. Fantastic. All right, we made it. Just about. I am now joined by my team, and you can tell this week might have a few little errors, but we have our team now, and I can reveal who they are. We've got loads of people here to have a chat on this great week that we've got here. Tonight we have Amethyst, Christian, Ike, Ethan, Kay, Jonesy, Ryan Leahy, Michael Scott is here because I've asked him to. Rishi, Samuel, and Xavier. Wow, full house tonight, and they're still not there. Okay. Let's press this button. There they are. Right.
Yeah, they'll show up eventually.
That was fantastic preparation there. Yes, I invited Michael along because I wanted to grab people who were around in the extremely early days, and to be honest, it's quite hard to get hold of some of them now. As far as I know, Craig is off the grid. If he's watching, I would love him to come over and have a chat. He was.
I think I did chat with him probably a couple of weeks. Well, probably not a couple of weeks ago. Probably about a couple of months ago.
Right.
So
he was on here briefly in 2020, and then there's Daniel, of course, Daniel Hudson. You don't see much of him anymore, but later on in the week you will see him because I went over and interviewed him at his new place near Huddersfield. So we'll be able to take a look at what Hodson's up to, but we're not supposed to call him that anymore. That's what the first thing that came out during the interview was, don't call me Hodson anymore. So I've got to really stop that habit now, and you guys, you got to stop.
He's always going to be known as Hodson, though. That's the thing. Like from back in the day, like he was always. We always said, "Oh, hello, Hodson."
It's all because of Jean-Michel Chung, let's not forget.
Yeah.
He was the person who coined Hodson and everything that went with it. And actually, I also, believe it or not, that's another thing to look forward to this week. I actually had an interview conversation with Jean-Michel Chung for this week as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So, whilst we've got you, Michael, what have you been up to in recent times? It's been a while. It's been a very long time since you've been on here. I know we met up last December, but viewers, many of them might not know you at all anymore.
Yeah, so basically, as you guys know, or some of you may know, well, me and Nathan got talking probably about a good 10 years ago now, I think, wasn't it? It's been quite a while. We had sort of a bit of an email back and forth for a while, and I think we ended up adding each other on Skype.
It was probably the back end of 2012 when Michael was active, probably.
Yeah. So basically, I set up my own like sort of YouTube channel, as you guys probably remember, like Force 15 and stuff like that. I won't go back to that because my channel now it's different, and I haven't really done a lot with it though because weather-wise, I sort of lost a bit of interest for a while. But nowadays, I'm working full time. Obviously, Nathan has actually sim me as well. So I drive buses for a living. That's my my vocation now.
First class public transport services by Michael Scott, I must say.
Yeah.
Give him a 5-star review next time you're around Basingstoke.
Yeah. No, it's not too bad a job actually. Although with COVID at the moment, you got to be really careful with what happens and what you got to do. It's all I'm not going to get too much into that because that's not the time for that. But yeah, I'm doing all right. It's been good. It's been a different experience, and although I'm hoping to get back onto my sort of YouTubing, trying to make a bit more time for that away from work, which will also possibly help my physical health and my mental health as well. So it's hopefully I'll get back into that. But yeah, I've been doing all right over the last 10 years. And I think Force 13 did also shape my sort of earlier life with my interests and everything like that. So like also when I joined the team, because I think I was one of the original members, wasn't I?
Oh yes. Wave one of the Force 13 team. In fact, you were the first person to be on any broadcast at all.
Yeah.
Apart from me.
I think I remember. Yeah. But the bit I also do quite remember as well was the Tango incident.
Oh, I was going to mention that one.
Yeah, I think some of the viewers probably remember that as well. And also then when I fell asleep on the stream.
We've seen that already, yes.
I was looking at that. I was like, I'm just hope. If you put a Tango incident in, I wasn't going to be very happy.
Yeah, I didn't actually, to be fair. But there's been there were so many other funny moments a long time ago with Michael that we never managed to record. But there we have it. Christian, I don't think many people still know that you've always known Michael as well for some time.
Yeah. Yes, we were at college together, and I just got introduced via mutual friends to each other, and we've kept in touch ever since.
Biggest coincidence in Force 13 history, really, that you joined independently of Michael.
Yeah. And then we somehow, because we're 5 miles away from each other, right? I believe something like that. And then we went to the same college around the same time, and then I joined here, and then I'm like, this Michael Scott guy, he seems. Do I know him? Turns out, yes, I do.
All right, let's talk to some other folks we've not seen in a while. We've got Ryan Leahy back with us. Hello again.
Yep, I'm back.
How you doing?
Doing good. Enjoying Force 13 week. Those game show moments were pretty funny.
We enjoyed
I
those.
like them. Yeah.
Especially when I fell asleep as well, yeah?
When you fell asleep, and Marcel's game, and everything, I love our game shows. I think they generate some of our funniest moments of all time, really.
Lots more to come this week. I know people have been asking about Guess the Storm. We are planning, I think, 3 episodes of Guess the Storm this week. It's not today or tomorrow. The first one, let me just look through my Oh, we've only got. I'm not sure actually. It only shows one here. We could do more than that. The one we've got definitely in is on Thursday, and we're doing one during Force for Good on Saturday as well. Where's Rishi today?
Well, if you remember the last time I was on a live stream like this, I haven't really moved too far away, but I figured I'd stay somewhere nice and relaxing, not really go anywhere too crazy. So, you know, I've heard there's a few storms brewing out that way somewhere, but I don't want to go for them.
That's pretty insane. We've also got Samuel, who we saw towards the end of that game show mania.
Yeah, I think a lot of us remember the end, how that went when I was trying to avenge Hodson's game. What people don't realize is that I actually did defend it when I won the Super Cyclone Challenge. So I was still representing him, fighting strong for him.
But you didn't win.
I just wish he was here.
You lost.
Not the first time, but the second time I did.
He won
during
all
in.
Like,
During all
yeah,
in.
all
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
When was that? Oh, I've forgotten now. When did you win all in?
I think it was the one earlier this year.
Earlier this year, when I was actually, a lot closer to when I was living in the same town as Leahy was. Because if you don't know, we twice lived in the same town.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. We've also got Thomas Schwent.
Hello.
And his dreaded piano keyboard there.
Oh my goodness. I'm not going to be playing any of that today. I'm reserving that for later in the week.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. How have you been, Nathan?
Oh, me? Well, it's been a very arduous process getting all the things ready for Force 13 week. And I tell you one thing, and I've no shame in saying it, after Force 13 week is over and it's the end of hurricane season and all that, I'm going to spend probably 2 or 3 weeks of December just hitting the road, far away from anyone.
I don't blame you.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You know?
In before a South Pacific Cat 5.
Oh yeah, but it's nice to see you, Thomas, again. We've got Xavier, who has been working possibly harder than me over the last God knows how long this year. And
He's got some exciting stuff.
He has got some exciting stuff, but you're back in action tonight with another TWB, the last one.
Yep, it's the last TWB. I felt it would be appropriate for me to kick off the last one tonight.
Stay tuned for the Hone joke.
And
Yeah,
there is
I'm not
actually
revealing
something
it
to
yet.
track, isn't there?
Yes, Truck of the Special 27W. I get to actually put something. I mean, I've been a little bit less active on the TWBs this month because I've had other things I've been working on.
Yeah.
And like every single one I've done this month until tonight, there's been nothing active in terms of actual Cyclone. So this will be a little bit of a different change of pace compared to what I've been through this month.
Yeah, we've had it easy for some time now, and we know that it's been mentioned how, what is it? We've not had a major hurricane equivalent storm anywhere in the world since the end of September.
Yeah.
And we haven't had a typhoon since the end of October.
Blimey. And that's the voice of Kay as well. Nice to see you, Kay.
Hello.
Part of our UK contingent has grown quite a lot in 12 to 18 months.
It certainly has.
So there might be more coming along that note as well. I don't know. But we've got all of our regional channels. And Ethan is there too. Hello.
Hi.
And in a few moments, 5 past, because we're running a little bit over, we're going to see Ethan's Super Cyclone Challenge game.
My first solo one, believe it or not.
Is it?
No, it's not. You've played before.
I played in the all-in one, but not solo.
No, you've played a solo one before. I think it was 2 years ago you did a solo one, I thought.
I recall you doing a solo one. It's not as embarrassing as my solo one, but
Yeah.
I believe it wasn't.
What the heck?
fantastic.
Let's talk about that for a Thomas. Let's talk about that for a Thomas.
You want me to
How
explain
could
myself?
you miss Read a question.
Okay,
Like, what are you doing, my guy?
listen.
Come on.
First of all,
better than
Mr.
Arena.
Reed fanboy,
Why do you
I was not. I've always been far more informed on severe weather history than tropical cyclone history. When you drag 2005 into things, I get confused with storms pretty easy. So I think, okay, we have two Cat 3 to Cat 4 storms ramming in to the Gulf of Mexico coastline. One of them happens to be far more damaging and catastrophic in the end than the other. Which one would you inherently think required more evacuations given the levee system with an entire city below sea level? Just logically.
That's a
if you were to
fair
think
point.
about that.
I mean, the main reason
That
it's
is a fair
Rita is
point.
because most people were scared after seeing Katrina.
Exactly. And I mean,
I mean,
again,
fair
it's
point.
just
So,
it's
Schweb,
basic history
let
that
me-
I didn't know, but that's the reason that I went with what I did.
I'm just gonna say
Let me ask you
whoever.
this question, Schwem.
I'll
What
wait.
was the
He's not
strongest rating What was the strongest tornado rated that Rita produced?
The
On the
strongest
Fujita
rated.
scale.
Why would I know that?
Why would
You said
anyone
you know
decide
US
to
severe
post
weather.
what Rita fanboy
Rita
is
is
that?
not a notable tornado producing storm.
Stop blowing holes in his
Yeah,
argument,
isn't it?
guys. For the love of God.
It was an F3.
Yeah, I was gonna guess 3. I think I knew that. I'm pretty sure.
I think
knew
I
that.
did great
Rita
summing up
was a
though.
notable
Wasn't
tornado producer.
Didn't Katrina produce a couple of tornadoes over sort of
Katrina was
Tennessee
kind of
Valley?
big too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's note something about Katrina's name here. It has the word Rena in it, therefore Rena is better than Rita. Because Rena.
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
No.
Go away, Xavier.
Same with,
He's
same
right.
with, same with Katie here as well.
Yeah, they just took out the name replacements with 2005 were kind of lazy. They kind of just removed a letter and then maybe changed one, and that was basically almost all of them except for Wilma's retirement.
It did feel that way.
Katrina, Katya, I think, right?
Rita.
Katya did actually replace Katrina, didn't it?
Yeah.
I think didn't that get retired in 2018?
Did
No.
it do enough damage to Mexico to get retired?
No, that was in 2017 or 2018. But no, it's not retired.
Yeah, I knew it was in 2017 because we had Irma, Jose, and Katya all at the same time.
So just to remind everyone what's coming up later, obviously that Super Cyclone Challenge at 11:30 UTC, because everyone's got time zones all over the place. It's currently 10:51, just for reference, is the monthly summaries where we're going to be talking about storms from December 2020 to February 21. And that's going to go really well. Probably not. Then an emergency management exercise. We've got 2 this week, you know. Yes, not 1, but 2. And the first one is at 0Z. And then we're finishing the show with the premiere that's listed at 1 o'clock, which is all South Atlantic storms in the database have been animated and thrown into a video. It's about 15 minutes long, I think. So that's at 1. Tomorrow, we've got more Super Cyclone Challenge, the end of season countdown, and our 10th birthday, although I've not really got anything planned. I was going to do a big documentary, but there's just not enough time to do it. So we've got balloons, and we've got some party stuff, and we've brought a birthday cake. Unfortunately, I can't share it because I think it would go stale before it gets anywhere, but at least I can enjoy it on the air. And then...
There's some.
Everyone go buy your own cakes.
Yes.
I'll jump in my car and I'll be there in about 6 hours.
Yeah, you can, sure. And a few other things, and I don't know if I'm not going to say them because I don't know if the team are keeping some secrets from the viewers or not. But there are some other things coming up, and I've got a secret of my own as well.
Yes.
I mean, I do know quite a few secrets about a couple people in this call, so I won't say anything.
Yeah, I do
I
know
will
some
say
stuff.
much. It's going to be a very exciting week, and I think it's going to be a very surprising week. I think that there are a lot of things that the viewers are not expecting. I know there are the normal things that people are speculating about, but no, there are going to be some things that I think people are truly not expecting that are going to come out this week, and I think they're going to be absolutely fantastic.
But we have to tell the people about some of them, otherwise they won't be interested in what they don't know. Hey?
Well,
Thomas,
Oh,
I
think
swear.
it might be the most interesting thing about this.
Thomas,
whole
I
thing.
swear if you made something when I was the only one calling it and nobody else believed me, I'm gonna
Of course,
be.
I've never done something like that before.
But it's going to be a lot of fun throughout the week, and I can tell you on Sunday, for those who don't know, the final day, the December the 5th, I am releasing the 2021 Mega Mix. Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Lots of new music content there. I think you might have heard some
Very
snippets.
Yeah,
Oh my
I heard.
goodness.
I heard a few things.
So I know that some people have been asking, but up on my alternate account screen right now, I've got imagery up
All right,
of
let's see.
a special
A
someone.
very important situation.
Mitchell.
What's going on
Mitchell. Why is he in a cone?
Where is
So-
that?
Mitchell.
So this is actually downstairs, and it wasn't this past weekend, but it was the weekend before. He was walking inside, and both of his back legs basically gave up on him. So, we've got this little area for him, but I figured that you guys would want to know like how he's doing, and
Oh no.
he's not dead yet. He's not dead yet. He's doing
That's
just
nice.
Mitchell.
No.
That's definitely
Still fighting.
I'm so sorry for Mitchell. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm gonna also say that I'm sorry for Mitchell. Like, unfortunately, it's not my current dog. He's doing well. He'll be 13 in April. But my old dog back in 2009, he had the same thing where his back legs gave out on him, and we didn't have the money for like surgery, or basically he'd be in a wheelchair, and we didn't want him to suffer, so we had to put him down. So if that does end up happening with Mitchell, then already I'm going to say sorry. But hopefully Mitchell has
all the prayers
recovery of him now.
Yeah, hopefully he that doesn't have to happen to Mitchell, Ethan.
We are expecting a full recovery. It's just gonna take some time.
Well, that's good.
Yep.
That's good to hear.
We've not
even if it takes time, a full recovery is better than nothing.
Absolutely.
But I did talk to him earlier today.
Right.
And he did say that he thinks that Tropical Storm or Depression 27W will become a typhoon, though.
Oh right.
Oh,
interesting.
Don't say that.
I must continue because I've still not introduced everyone. Would you believe? Ike is there as well. Hello, Ike. Well, I thought we could see you. Well,
Hi.
we could
Oh,
see
is he
Ike
frozen?
briefly.
Oh, there he is.
I want to see Ike.
Oh, there he is.
We got him.
There.
Looking pretty professional up there.
It's kind of hot there, so like I'm wearing an undershirt.
No, but I mean, you've got your microphone, your rig.
Yeah.
Looking rather professional, although you are
I don't
underneath a
have
bunk
my
bed, I
green
think.
I don't got my green screen.
It looks like a loft bed, I think.
Where's the green screen?
Wait, let me show you.
I have a look at it.
Oh dear.
Ike has played so many tricks with the green screen. Whilst we wait for that, Kay, I know you've had a name change because you lost a bet. Do you want to talk about that?
Oh. After Sam, and with the rest of the season ahead of us, and the Caribbean being super hot and everything looking favourable for tropical cyclones, we just had one of the most intense tropical cyclones ever in late September. I went, you know what, Xavier? I want you to have a funny profile picture, and I'm so convinced we'll have a major in the Gulf of Mexico or Florida Straits that I'm willing to bet that if there isn't one, I'll change my name to what it is now.
And what
because
is it
there
now?
hasn't
What is
been
it now?
another hurricane since Sam.
Would you like to remind us what your name is now?
Oh dear.
Furry Uber Trash.
Hello, Furry Trash.
Furry
I
Trash.
stole your thunder. Well,
Alright,
on that note,
Furry, don't they?
I mean, on that note, I do want to say, so this is going to keep going, but something new might be coming down the line too.
Oh dear. What have you done?
Oh god.
You'll see. You'll see when it comes. You'll see.
Oh, I already
Don't
know.
worry.
I already know.
It's gonna be great.
I already know what
No
it
one
is.
knows, not even Rishi.
All right.
I mean, I have a good idea.
I can have an idea. I can have an idea.
Everyone can have an
you-
idea. It doesn't mean the idea is right.
Oh God.
That is
Who knows?
true.
She's
He probably bought a fursuit.
An exciting Christmas thing.
Let's remind.
Rishi,
no.
remove Rishi from the
Don't
call.
doubt.
or
That's
Gavin.
bad. That's bad.
13 week.
Don't doubt.
Wait, what happened?
Don't
And
doubt.
that's how you start off 413 week.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bad start. Right, now, I should remind everyone, based on that, actually, I've got to tell people, because this is the first time we're doing it, I've wanted to do this for so long, but finally this year we are doing Force 13 Awards. Yep. Friday night, we're having an awards night.
Best
and
cone maker.
and
Force 13 awards tonight. Let's go.
some of the team and some of the
Best
community
animated.
came together and decided what awards should be given out. And if you go to the website, force13.com/awards, there is a form that you can fill in now, and you can send in all of your award nominations, and we'll reveal the
Well-
winners on Friday.
Well, the best ginger award has to go to Xavier.
We don't have that one.
Why not?
Damn.
Well, I think it would be pretty...
God.
There wouldn't
It'd
be
be
much
pretty.
choice.
It'd pretty be.
Well,
Yeah.
not
That's
many
true.
ginger
It's
are
not.
there.
So there's quite a few interesting ones that some of the team and some of the community have come up with award titles, and me coming up with a few as well.
I've seen. I'm just having a look myself at some of them. I think the most insufferable award will probably go to Marcel Holos.
Oh, do you want to know
Oh
who?
no!
Do you want to know who
Don't
mostly
give
came
Marcel
up?
that award. No.
Do you want to know who
Marcel
mostly
does
came
not
up
deserve that
with
award.
the most insufferable award?
Hey.
That was mostly Alferia's idea.
Of course.
Oh.
Of course it was.
Well,
and
Yeah.
he'll
I
probably
think
end
we
up
may. I think we
winning
may
it.
have just found the winner of
Let's
that
say-
award.
Pet of the year as well.
Who
That's
the
got to
fr-
be Gaston, isn't
Mitchell,
it?
Mitchell has to win that.
Now that is
It's
going to
either
be
gonna be-
hotly
Duncan.
contested.
Duncan's
It's
definitely
gonna
the
be
winner.
it's gonna be either Middens or Mitchell.
Vote
It's
for
gonna be
Mitchell.
Middens or Mitchell.
Vote
It's gonna be one
Would
of
it
the
not be
two.
Gaston or
No,
Gaston
it's
or Duncan now?
Everyone is leaving out Duncan.
Oh, why
That is
didn't it?
true. I forgot about Duncan.
I just
Don't
posted
forget
the
about
link.
Duncan.
I just posted
I
the
do
link
think
to the
though-
website, but it didn't work. I'll have to use.
It's
I
gonna
think
come
the
down to
best. I do think the best meme was
Is it
possibly when we were seeing Hotson's seductive banana, and then I
Pardon?
think someone
Oh,
Oh
dear.
my
Someone-
god.
There we
someone
go.
then redid that into Daniel Hudson with him with I think they photoshopped him onto the banana or something.
What?
I
remember that
actually
one.
think the best. I think the
I
best
don't
meme of
remember
the
that
year
one at
was.
all.
I think the
I
best
do.
meme of the year, and it's a video on the extra channel, is the Leahy and Schwent video killed the radio star.
It's
Oh
good.
yeah.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
Why
Why is that a thing? Why is that a thing?
I don't know. Jason made that. Just,
Yes.
I don't know. Ask him. I don't know what. I don't know. He made that.
And then
just
there's
random.
also the
know.
time. There's also the time
Jason's
on
just
Force
trying to shake things up,
13's
man.
Mm.
There's also the time on Force 13 Sundays where I brought up Geico when Xavier was not here.
Don't make me say it.
Xavier.
Don't make me say it.
Geico.
Xavier, you know you have to. You're the Geico man here.
But I've
Xavier?
refrained myself since June from saying on a
Say
live
it.
stream.
Right.
Say it, Xavier.
I will
Say
find a way to
it.
second
We will
this
get we will get
Xavier.
Xavier to say it sometime during this week.
Oh,
What's-
50
boy.
minutes,
Good
what's
luck.
50%
Rishi
or more on
got?
Xavier insurance.
What is Rishi
Oh,
I have the
doing?
fish again.
I've just seen something
Rishi.
funny in the comments section. Someone's just asked something really random, which is just, "What is a flannel?"
Oh,
Yes.
Ish.
I think that one of the best. I think what people are realizing what one of the best Force 13 memes are is probably all the Hone jokes.
Yes, that
I
is
think
true.
that's a strong candidate.
Oh,
Oh,
We
right.
need
yeah.
to make a
Can
we need to
we
make
blame
a
you for that?
channel.
Can we blame me for all the phony jokes though?
Dude.
We can blame you for a lot of things, Xavier.
Right, okay,
We're
guys.
not going to go into that.
Back at it again.
We've only
But
got
about
3 minutes here, so I want the viewers to send in just a few questions. We can do quick fire if we can, very quickly.
About the
I
Hone
do-
jokes, since tonight
Is there
is the
someone else
last
here that you missed, Nathan?
I was
Um,
about to say, I was quite up for having an in-depth discussion about flannels because someone just randomly mentioned that.
only you
Right.
would.
About
Amethyst
the-
is here as well. Yes.
Hi, my voice is still higher than.
Maybe during next Force 13 week it will sound much deeper.
Yeah.
Maybe even deeper than Rishi.
I don't know. That's gonna be a pretty hard. That's gonna be a pretty hard ask.
About the
What about
Hone jokes
Rishi?
though, since tonight is the last TWB, we
I
need
don't think
to make a
Marcos will be able to take
channel.
up that kind of deep voice.
We need to make a channel in the public server to open after the last TWB tonight and have it run until June 1st, where we just do daily Hone jokes.
Oh dear.
Oh dear God.
Oh dear.
Just take some
I second the
questions.
motion.
Just take some questions.
I blame you, Xavier. I blame you, Xavier.
One thing though that has
you're being taken down with this.
one thing that has changed though, because I was watching the highlights before, because I don't know if anyone else has probably noticed it. My voice from back then to now.
Oh yes.
I just hear a Geico in the background of somebody's mic.
Oh god.
But actually, like, you could hear my voice back then. Also, my camera was god awful back then.
I'll say. I had to deal with it the whole time.
Yeah, just like I feel sorry for you, mate. Like, I look back on that and I'm like, why did I even think that camera was good? I
gotta get through some questions. When's cake time, or is that tomorrow's stream? That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Cake time.
Lucas wants to know
Yeah.
what grade is the channel in right now. He must have had a nice day at school. That's pretty cringe.
Oh dear God, I keep-
J.O. says, will Strat be back? If he wants to, but we've not heard that he will. Dylan says, I have a question for Michael. We're on the streams. I don't understand that question, actually.
I think maybe they were asking if Mike was on the streams in 2018.
I think I come back briefly in 2018. I think it was for a couple of weeks when I had some time away from college and stuff and what have you. But yeah, no, I haven't actually really been all that active. A bit I lost the viewers as well. Actually, is they prefer my voice and camera now to sort of how high and awful my camera was back sort of 2015.
I think so.
We have a cat.
Oh,
we have a cat.
Mittens.
Hi,
Mittens.
Mittens.
Hi, Mittens.
These people are crazy. More questions. Why do you not continue tropical weather bulletins through the entire year?
They're too much effort. I don't really want to.
That's the basic
said
question,
that.
because personally, I would be okay.
Never do that again.
Yeah, I'll never do that.
I will continue to. Just because of you, Schwen, I will continue.
Tropical weather bulletins will get extremely boring if we did it all winter.
And at the same time, personally, I don't fancy staying up until 2 in the morning making a bulletin. But you know, that's the way.
The thing with bulletins, there's historically they've also been during Northern Hemisphere seasons, and we know we have a bias in the Northern Hemisphere from our viewership and most of our members. So that I think that's another reason why we don't do them in the Southern Hemisphere
You guys
seasons.
can go 6 months without Hone jokes.
I would like to plug something real quick, if that's okay with you, Nathan.
Oh, good lord! All right, go for it.
We are doing Rocket League streams on the gaming channel.
Hey.
Every Sunday.
Yep.
And shameless plug, but
watch me
I'll allow it.
lose.
Schwent, are you okay?
Loads of fun going on in the game. Where's he gone?
Schwent.exe has
Do watch
stopped.
Schwent and I lose.
I was about to say that.
Gaming channel is
he's
doing
okay.
a lot of stuff recently.
Right, Schwent, we lost, didn't we?
Yes, but we lost to the greatest Rocket League player that we know. So.
And then we horribly beat Devon the weekend before. So.
Someone has asked on the stream as well. So at Force 13, any thoughts on 27W?
Well, I mean,
it shouldn't exist.
Okay,
Yeah.
so question
Shouldn't.
time. I have a lot of thoughts on 27W. How long do you want me to go for? Give me a time limit, and I will stay within that time limit.
Well, we're already 2 minutes over here.
We're already 2 minutes over.
Okay,
so.
2 minutes
quick
over.
thoughts. There's a bit of a split in the potential track of the typhoon, but currently it looks more likely
That's been
than
resolved.
end up heading out to sea. There's still a little bit of a split, but it looks like it'll be heading out to sea. So those in the Philippines who I said in an update last night need to keep an eye on this. I wouldn't let your guard down completely just yet, but it's looking like this is going to be an all clear for you. The typhoon could become rather powerful, though. I'm not going to give any specific categories because I really don't know, but I'd say a significant to major typhoon is a possibility.
All right, guys. I know there's a lot that you want to say, but we've got all week, and now we've got to go to the Super Cyclone Challenge. We'll be discussing the storms that happened between December last year and February this year in half an hour, and then we could possibly lead on to some 27W chat after that as well. But now it's time to see how Ethan did on the Super Cyclone Challenge.
40 miles an hour.
Hello and welcome to a Force 13 week special of the Super Cyclone Challenge, a long series this week. In fact, we're doing episodes every night this week, including 2 all-in episodes during Force 13's Force for Good on Saturday and our final day on Sunday. These 5 days during the weekdays then are going to be individual games, so one player will be playing in the classic format of the Super Cyclone Challenge in order to potentially win significant prizes, I suppose. It's quite simple what the prizes are in this game. Whatever the contestant finishes up with on the mile-per-hour tree, of course they have to walk away to cement where they are in the safe zones. But wherever they finish up tonight will be the amount that they take in USD, US dollars. So that's going to be rather interesting. And if anyone does get to the end, which has never happened before, the jackpot for getting to the end of question 24 would be $500 as well. But I don't think anyone's going to get there, quite honestly. It's never happened before. No one's well, actually, people have come fairly close. The only time where that has happened really was Isaac, when he kicked Marcel off after Marcel took the wrist lifeline 4 years ago now. We remember it well, and I think Marcel never quite lived that one down. My name's Nathan Foy, presenting tonight. I'm sure you know me. I am joined by our first contestant, which is Ethan Bruning.
Hello, I'm gonna lose.
That's a good start.
I'm gonna lose.
I wasn't expecting our little winner. Okay, there it goes. Yes. Well, you're going to lose. What does that mean? You're going to finish with 0?
No, I mean I'm not gonna become a tropical storm just like I mean, who knows what I'll get up to, but I'll do the best I can.
Well, you're looking good over there, Ethan. Nice and bright. I like the contrast, actually. You're all lit up there, and you've got the background fairly dark and wintry with those lights.
Yeah, just off the view here to my right, I actually have a different kind of lights over my window here. I'll pan over there, and I don't know if you can see them, but they're just on the edge there. But I've got those, and I've got a Force 13 t-shirt that I'm also wearing today.
I was going to point that one out too. Very good, very good. Well, as we know, Force 13's 10th birthday week. We're going to be feeling very generous and happy about that. All right, Ethan. Obviously, the game show rules are still the same as they always are. 24 questions, which will vary in difficulty from the easy to the difficult. The safe zones there, 40 miles per hour, 75, 115, 150, and 180. That is at the end of every 4 questions, basically. And we begin, obviously, at 20 miles per hour. 4 available lifelines to begin with. The half-time lifeline, which moves you on to the next question, but time limits get halved for the rest of the game. So that's a bit of a drastic one. The 50-50, flip the question, the dreaded risk lifeline. And if you get the first 5 questions correctly without using a lifeline, then that entitles you to the 5th one, which is the double dip, which is also very useful. The risk lifeline, if you decide to, it's the nuclear option really, isn't it? Where someone takes your place. It must be a really hard question. Some people could probably use it tactically and, you know, throw someone in the chair who's never going to get it right. But then again, it is that 1 in 4 chance that they will, and if they did get it right, it would kick Ethan off, and they would take his place with whatever lifelines he had left at the same point in the game. All right, Ethan, so how are you feeling about... Well, you've told us you're going to lose, but... Are you ready to begin, then?
Yes, I'm nervous.
Me too, because this is the first one of the week, and that means that things could go horribly wrong from a technical standpoint. All right.
I mean, I've already been in 2 Super Cyclone challenges, both of those being all, and I won the first one somehow.
You did.
And the second one I flopped basically, and
flop.
Maybe this one I'll do better than what I did. Well, we'll have to wait and see.
All right then, let's start with the first question. Which of these helps tropical cyclones develop? Is it dry air, land masses, air conditioning, or warm sea surface temperatures?
Warm sea surface temperatures, final answer.
That is the correct answer.
That's easy.
There we go, that's a good start for Ethan.
That was a hard question. Almost got it.
Yeah, you would have looked a fool if you got that one wrong.
Yes, I would have.
All right, now we'll get on to the next question, of course, because that's what happens in game shows. I just have to press a few buttons. Hopefully I'll get quicker at this as we move on. Did I do that right? No, I didn't. Oh dear, this isn't going well, is it? The next question is, of course, for 30 miles per hour, and here it is. What does BOE stand for? Is it Brown Open Effect, Brown Ocean Effect, Brown Oceaneer Effect, or Brown Operation Effect?
Brown Ocean Effect, final answer.
That is the right answer for 30 miles per hour. Very good. Oh look, I did a big set there on the screen. Yes, fantastic. So Ethan,
Not many
how you...
examples of that.
Sorry about what?
Not many examples of the Brown Ocean Effect, though.
So, how are you feeling? You settled in yet?
A bit.
Just a little bit. Here comes the next question then for 35 miles per hour. What is the name for air crews who fly into tropical cyclones? Is it hurricane runners, hurricane hunters, hurricane hitters, or hurricane boppers?
That last one would be kind of funny, but it's hurricane hunters, final answer.
Hurricane boppers? No, it's not. It is hurricane hunters, that's right.
I have no idea where you come up with these questions, but some of the answers are funny. It's like hurricane boppers. Who comes up with that kind of answer?
I did. I'm that good. Well, nice to be able to take the credit for something there. Here's the next question then, Ethan. This will get you to tropical storm status, and you know you're quite. I think you'll have a big sigh of relief there because we can't have you going home with nothing.
I mean, come on.
Okay, here we go. Hurricane Sam occurred in which basin this year? Is it the Atlantic Ocean, the Eastern Pacific Ocean, the Western Pacific Ocean, or the Southern Pacific Ocean?
As much as I wish it was in the East Pac, it was in the Atlantic, final answer.
Oh, how you wish it was. It's the right answer for tropical storm status.
I mean, maybe it could have become a Cat 5 if it was over there. Maybe not.
Interesting.
It might have been one in the Atlantic, for God's sake.
Well, that is open to interpretation. I mean, I think it will be down as one of those borderline cases, actually. All right, now we're going to be heading on to question 5, and let me remind you that if you get this question correct, that you will get that 5th lifeline and massive boost to your game. Here is question number 5. Which 2021 hurricane dropped 35 tornadoes? Was it Elsa, Grace, Henri, or Ida?
Ooh. This is actually a difficult question, but I know that Ida dropped a lot of tornadoes, so I'm gonna say Ida. Final answer.
So the first one Ethan's not really sure about. 17 seconds left on the clock. I can tell you that it is the right answer. Yes.
Not many people do know that one of those was actually the very first tornado emergency ever recorded in the state of New Jersey. Not many people know that.
That's remarkable.
And normally they issue those kind of warnings for, you know, the real intense tornadoes. It only ended up being an EF1. So.
Did it cause any damage?
It did cause some pretty significant damage, but you know, operationally, you don't know the intensity of these tornadoes because they're quick. They go up quick and they fall down quickly. So you have to be prepared for whatever heads your way. So.
Here's the next question. Which Atlantic hurricane is officially the strongest by wind speed? Is it Wilma, Alan, Gilbert, or Dorian?
It shouldn't be, but it's Alan. Final answer.
What do you mean it shouldn't be?
My analysis and a lot of other people don't think Alan was 190 miles an hour. I mean, just what the evidence has. What we're going to go.
Officially, it still stands, and that is the right answer. 60 miles per hour. Just getting up the tree there.
Slowly.
Yes, so, you know, actually, when you look at Alan, there was one, what was it? The National Hurricane Center operationally actually had 195. Can you imagine that?
What? I did not know that.
Did you not? I thought we...
No, I did not.
Yes, operationally in one of their bulletins, they went with 195.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Extraordinary, if you ask me. But there we have it. All right, Ethan, you're doing really well. All lifelines still intact. Here is question number 6 for... where are we? No, we're not. 7. Question number 7 for 70 miles an hour. Sorry about that. I was going to trip up there, but make sure we got the right question. Yes, a quarter of the way through if you get this question right. Here it is. In 2019, Cyclone Veronica affected which part of Australia? Is it Western Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland, or New South Wales?
Western Australia. Final answer was a beautiful storm to track.
Confident on that one then?
Yep. I remember it pretty vaguely. It almost became a Cat 5 if you ask me. Off the west coast, we got onto a Cat 1, somehow became a Cat 4 just as it stalled off the coast again and then turned west, and I think it barely made landfall. Or it was really close.
All right, that's enough, Ethan. That's the right answer.
I've been tracking storms for a while, so.
Very good. 70 miles an hour. That is almost a hurricane. Nearly a hurricane is what it says there.
Close, but not quite.
As many storms have done just that in the past. So, Ethan, realistically, when you were coming into this, did you have a target or a mile an hour that you thought you would reach, or that it would be really nice to get there?
Not many people actually know this, but we have a pet right now that's going through some difficult times. So, I was hoping to get at least 100 miles per hour because you know, dealing with that pet costs a lot of money, and we're pretty limited on funds right now. We're doing fine, but you know, myself is I'm struggling a little bit of cash, so more money I can get, the better.
And Ethan, we all know about Mitchell. He's a great dog. We've seen him so many times on our streams.
Very nice.
I really wish you well, Ethan. Here's the next question, which will hopefully get you to Hurricane status 5 lifelines untouched. Here it is.
Which it will.
How many warning levels are used by Mauritius for tropical cyclones? Is it 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I'm gonna have to use a lifeline here, not gonna lie.
Alright, let's stop the clock there at 22 seconds. Ethan, which lifeline?
Let's go with a double dip lifeline.
Alright, so if you could select your first answer for me, and if it's
What were
wrong...
the answers again?
If it's wrong, we'll start the clock again. So, is it 2, 3, 4, or 5?
I'm gonna go with 5.
Final answer.
Yep, for
Okay.
the first question.
I can tell you that the answer is not 5. Time starts now.
4, final answer.
Okay, Ethan's gone with 4. So, can't imagine it being any less.
Nope.
Ethan is now a hurricane.
I take that risk. I knew that it was 4 or 5. I knew that it was right around there, but I wasn't sure if I could that lifeline, so that way I could, pick both of them, and one of them would be the answer.
Yeah, I think that was wise because I suppose you might have got confused with the Philippines there. They have 5, don't they?
Yes.
So Ethan's now a hurricane. I'm desperately fiddling through questions to make sure the next one shows up properly. We really need... You know what? If someone could help make us a gallery where someone can just select everything for me, that'd be great. I've got to do it all myself. And the camera's going a bit funky there, which is interesting. Ethan's camera is fine. Doing well. Here comes question number 9 then, which would get you to, I think it's 80 miles per hour that comes up next. The wind speeds were a bit haphazard, but here we go, Ethan. Which cyclone struck the African continent in February 2017? Was it Carlos, Dineo, Inawo, or Idai?
It was actually Dineo, final answer.
You sure about that one?
Yes, one of the first storms I tracked, believe it or not.
Wow. And it's a storm I covered too. It's the right answer. 80 miles an hour.
I remember Dineo vaguely because that was, I think, the second, or I don't know if there was another storm after Carlos, but I think it was the second or third storm using your new storm update graphics.
That's what I always remember about that period as well. Yeah, we did some good updates during that time. Next question will get us up to 90 miles per hour, which is just 10 shy of what Ethan is hoping for. And here is question number 10. Let's not forget 40 seconds on these questions too. Typhoon Mikhala occurred in which month in 2015? Was it January, February, March, or April?
January, final answer.
Is this too easy for you, Ethan?
Yeah. Sort of gave people a scare after minimal typhoon. We can do a TS. As it sort of kissed the Philippines, I guess you could say, and didn't really do all that much.
Yeah, it did a little bit, but it wasn't anything like those big typhoons. Well, Ethan at 90 miles per hour, he's doing really well. He's still got 4 lifelines available. And let's go right to it. Question 11 for 100 miles per hour, and thus $100. Here is the question. In 2000 and 2006, 2 typhoons named Zangsane struck which country? Was it the Philippines, Taiwan, China, or Vietnam?
I animated 2006 Westpac. Philippines, final answer.
And you're sure about 2000?
I think so.
They
Zangsane was a Cat 4, 2006.
They did both strike the Philippines. Yes, that's the right answer. Ethan has almost stumbled his way to 100 miles per hour.
Most notable thing I remember at Zangsane is it went from, I think, 70 miles per hour to 145 miles per hour in just 24 hours, which Philippine Sea effect happens sometimes. I mean, happened a lot that year. I mean, you got Zangsane, Cimarron, Durian, amongst all the other storms that year in 2006.
Very impressive indeed. Well, the next question pardon me, is a bit of a jump now to 115 miles per hour, and it would be your next safe zone. So it's a crucial question, really, to get to stage 4. Best of luck, Ethan. You've still got the 4 lifelines.
Thank you.
In 1978, Hurricane Greta was given which other name when it entered the Eastern Pacific? I feel you might know this one too. Is it Douglas, Norman, Olivia, or Orlean?
Olivia. Final answer.
I was wondering what you were doing, man. That's the right answer. Yes. Well done. Yes, yes. Makes things a little bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it would be a lot more confusing. So I guess it'd be just to simplify things, or just to keep the name. So I do understand that, but come on, it could knock another name off the East Pack naming list. Come on. Anything to do that, right?
Well, just like things are more interesting here, then 115 miles per hour, Ethan. So what's your strategy now that you've reached your target?
Try to win.
Try to get all the way.
Do the best I can.
Do you think you'll get anywhere near with the questions we're throwing at you?
No.
Oh. Damn it. Damn and
Because
blast.
it's right around here where the curve of the easy questions to the mildly hard questions and the slope just skyrockets after this.
It's been known to do that, yes. Here's the next question then. Best of luck. You've got 60 seconds now on these and the 4 lifelines. In 1980, Cyclone Hyacinth's rainfall deluge over Reunion lasted for how many days? Was it 4, 8, 11, or 15?
Ooh, this is a toughie. This is really a toughie. I'm gonna have to use a lifeline here.
Alright, we'll stop the clock there, Ethan. Which lifeline?
You have to name them all for me.
So we've still got the 50-50, the half-time lifeline, the where are we? Flip the question entirely. Load up another one.
We'll go for that one. Flip the question.
You are? Okay. We will prepare another question for Ethan then at the same level. And thankfully, I've got one. Here's another question for the same level, 125 miles per hour if you get this right. What was the final named storm of the 1993 Atlantic hurricane season? Was it Francis, Gert, Harvey, or Irene?
Ooh, 1993. I'm gonna have to go with Irene. Final answer.
What makes you think it's Irene?
Just a complete guess, to be honest.
A complete guess. Ethan was at 115 miles per hour. It would get to 125, Ethan. It's the wrong answer, I'm afraid.
I figured. It was Harvey, wasn't it?
It was Harvey.
I did the best I could.
Well, that's a good game, though, I feel, Ethan. You're very strong.
Quick and easy.
Up until that. Yeah, I suppose so. You didn't have to think about many of those questions, but it took us to that point there. And Ethan finishes up with 115 miles per hour. That's $115, which I'm sure he needs there to for Mitchell, of course. I think it's the Mitchell Fund that we're looking at.
Yes.
Right now. Well, Ethan, thank you very much for taking part. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
And who knows who we'll have in the seat tomorrow night. And usually at this point I would say if you want to take part you can send us a message. I have no idea whether we've got plans to do a Super Cyclone Challenge series after Force 13 week, but hey, you never know. If we get loads of inquiries it might just twist our arm a little bit. So if you are interested, yeah, see if you want to send over a message, and who knows, we might get somewhere. Anyway, for now, that's it from the Super Cyclone Challenge HQ part of Force. What am I talking about? Right, I have no idea. And the 10th birthday celebration week continues here on Force 13 week. Good night. So, that was the Super Cyclone Challenge that Ethan took part in. Getting to 115 miles per hour. Back in the studio with the team is myself and everyone who is in the room, and we're here discussing in this segment of our first night on Force 13 week, our storm summaries. December last year, I mean, I've just got to... All I can think of for December to February is Yasser, and then
We
nothing.
actually have to start. We actually have to start in very late November because we had Hurricane
Northern
Week
Indian
2020.
Ocean.
Yes, we
Yes.
had. What was his name? I forgot.
Brevi or
Brevi.
whatever it is.
Technically, we
Brevi.
were in work in
Yeah.
week 2020. It was on time to be covered on there, technically
right.
speaking.
And that's Farhan, by the way. Hello there.
Hello.
Well, say if you do count November, there was one of note that I remember tracking was Hurricane Iota.
Yeah, that one was.
It was.
That one was quite something.
It's mainly because that got exacerbated by Hurricane Eta probably a couple of weeks before that, wasn't it?
Anyway, what did
That
Brevi
was
do?
like-
Well,
Yeah.
well, it's
Well,
sort of.
Brevi was the first tropical storm string.
I remember it now that
storm
Thomas is
to
showing
develop
us.
Sri Lanka in 20 years.
Yeah, it ended up peaking officially with winds of 45 knots, 50 miles an hour, with a pressure of 996 millibars. So it wasn't an overly strong system, but it definitely was a potent one. I know in terms of rainfall, it was rather significant. And it held its intensity for quite a while.
It's your pretty standard, low latitude Bay of Bengal storm in late November, early December. This is pretty typical. But it actually, just before this thing happened, we actually had to go a little bit south of here. We also had Bongoyo to its south.
Yes, we did.
Yes, because
and that sort of formed, moved southeast, stalled a little bit, moved northwest, briefly became a tropical depression, moved north, stalled a little bit more, turned east, did a gradual curve towards the southwest, finally becoming a tropical storm, and by our estimates was briefly a hurricane strength system.
Yeah, so Bongoyo started all the way back on November the 24th as a tropical low in the Australian region, exited that basin on the last day of the month, and then became something in the Southwest Indian from the 4th to the 10th.
And then after that, Fiji, we actually had Tropical Storm 5S, which was forecast to be something significant, but of course we all know what happened. Its nearby cousin 6S would end up becoming the dominant feature and would become Category 5 Yasa.
I believe it was 4S, not 5S, that got eaten by Yasa.
Yes, it was 4S, thank you.
Yeah, Yasa was 5S, wasn't it?
4P actually.
4P, yeah.
4P,
And as is
not S.
And as I'm reading here, also known as Tropical Depression 1F.
Yep. And here is Yasa for everyone, because of course we have to look at this. I mean, this was one of the most notable storms of the entire Southern Hemisphere season.
I wonder if we'll be having some analysis discussion as well.
Yeah, there's actually some people actually don't even have Yasa as a Category 5. It was barely even a Cat 5 on the Dvorak estimates, only barely reaching T 7.0, which is 140 knots. But interestingly, right now, the Fiji Meteorological Service or FMS, has Yasa on their estimates with winds of 145 miles per hour, that's 10 minute sustained winds, and a pressure of 917 millibars. Though operationally, they went with, get this, while it was weakening, 155 miles per hour, 10 minute sustained wind, that's 181 minute, and a pressure of 899 millibars, which means
Yeah,
officially it was the strongest storm pressure-wise of 2020 for a few months.
The FMS does have that kind of tendency when it comes to storm
Yeah,
damage.
personally, I don't believe that operational estimate.
But I gotta say, the viewers called that when we did a poll just then during a Super Cyclone Challenge game, and they called it overall. Maybe we should get them to do a poll on how strong they think this was. Because the viewers are clearly extremely intelligent.
Overall, Yasa did weaken as it plowed into Fiji. I think it was only 140 miles an hour when it made landfall, if that.
Only.
Operationally, we did have it as 140 miles an hour at landfall. Operationally, we did.
There it
I
is
think we
on the
still do.
screen. Peak getting
I can
towards
say.
peak.
And at the same time as Yasa,
That's a
it
Cat
had
5.
it had a twin cyclone in Zazu.
Zazu, which didn't really do a
It was
whole
off
lot.
to its east.
Yeah,
but,
that really did nothing.
You don't really see normally like South Pac cyclones like this, with normally like this big of an eye and this kind of CDO shape. Where it's a perfectly circular, like its eye shape and its CDO shape. You don't normally get this in the South
There
Pac.
it is
That's the thing
again.
I really remember.
On that imagery
about
there, I don't know
Gaston.
how anyone can say it's not a Cat 5.
Yeah, that looks like it's at peak.
That's weakening there a little bit.
Oh, that's weakening now,
Cat
man.
4.
Nelson wasn't paying attention.
Oh, dear.
He's done a poll. How strong was what they
What's
were
he mean
talking
by
about?
23?
So,
One thing I would like
of
to
course,
mention
Nelson
is
wasn't
that-
paying attention. He's going to get the highest.
Nelson
score.
was
Really, Nelson wasn't
yeah.
paying attention.
That has 48% of the vote.
Shortly after, kind of during Yasa, as it plowed through Fiji, we had. This is going to be up for discussion here. Tropical storm Krovan in the southern South China Sea.
Ooh. Oh, have we finished Yasa already?
Well, hold on. There's one thing I want to mention about
Don't
Yasa.
even remember.
Yeah.
Yasa was not supposed to be the name for this storm. The white name for the Southern Pacific was changed at the last minute. It was originally Yolanda. Which, if you don't know, was the Philippine name for Cayenne. But in fact, there was a couple of people who half-jokingly before the Southern Hemisphere season started say, would it be scary if this Yolanda become a Category 5 too? And there was murmur here and there, but then when the seasonal operational plan came out for the Southern Hemisphere, it was revealed that the name has been changed last minute to Yasa. Whether or not Pagasa has anything to do with that, I don't remember, but it is what it is, and
but
well, I guess you can say it's a good thing that it wasn't called Yolanda, because the flashback will be quite unreal for our Filipino viewers.
But then you've got Yasa, which sounds like Yassi, which was nearly a Category 5.
Well, you have to choose one over the other, I guess.
And then you had then you had Yas.
Yes, indeed.
So about Krovan here.
Right.
The
moving on to
JTWC.
Apparently
yeah,
so.
the JTWC doesn't have this as a tropical storm, and I don't think there is actually any evidence to call this a tropical storm, believe it or not.
No.
This is a tenuous one.
Yeah, the
I
JTWC only
should
counts as a TD.
I should note the JTWC has this as a tropical depression 3 times. 4 times, actually.
And that's wrong, because Ascot, I remember now, got TS wins. This is wrong. It's either a TS or a nothing. It can't be a TD.
Ah. I'm assuming that was only like 1 pass, though, right?
I don't remember now, but I'm pretty sure
Maybe
that's what happened. We have it down as a TS.
Yeah, I think
Shall we move
we
on?
had it as a TS.
Then when was Deshen?
Deshen was the first storm of this year.
Hold on. We're missing a few here. We have Shalane and Danilo in the
Oh yeah.
Southwest Indian.
Were those both December? No. Well, Danilo was in January, and we're actually it's formed in the end of December. Okay. But yeah, Shalane was in. So
And
Shalane was in December, and looking at the track of it, the track map, it actually went like what was a remnant low of Shalane all the way across southern Africa, and the final point is in the southern Atlantic. So that's pretty cool.
Speaking of the Southern Atlantic, right after Shalane and Danilo, there was Akira.
Yeah, we
How do you
as
say
the
this?
as a resident Brazilian here, we don't talk about the mess that
Which I
Maria has named.
I was about to say I don't even remember that one.
I don't know if that's on our upcoming South Atlantic animation tonight. I don't know if it is or not.
I don't think it was on there.
No, it's not.
I don't think it. Yeah, no.
Because it was very, very poor.
And then shortly after this year began, we had what was I remember being a surprise to me. That thing in the what was that area of Australia called? Imogen, Gulf of Carpentaria.
Oh right.
Gulf of Carpentaria,
Imogen.
yes, Imogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a few tropical lows that
South
formed
Atlantic
before
thing.
Imogen. One of them actually on the Saffir-Simpson hurricane wind scale reached tropical storm according, I'm guessing, to the JTWC. This was low 2U, which went into Western Australia.
No. 2U was Bongoyo. 2U become Bongoyo. No.
No, that was 1U.
There's Army there showing us, I think it's Imogen.
Yeah, this is Imogen. It's kind of dead over Queensland right now.
And I know that Thomas was wanting to show the Charlene part afterwards.
Oh, I can get that back up real quick.
Let's take a
but
look at
this
what
is-
happens. Yeah, we saw that. Dreadful. What happens in the late part of Charlene?
Charlene. Let me see if I can pull that back up. Here it is.
You did a lot of updates on Shalane, right?
I did a few. Yeah, basically, this I remember was supposed to be a big threat for Madagascar at one point. And I do believe it did get rather strong, but it never really did get overly powerful. It was a rainfall threat primarily, if I recall correctly. I don't actually recall
did
too
it
much
peak
about
at-
this storm.
Was it a Cat 1 at peak?
I think it was
analysis-
a Cat 1.
Our
Or no, it might have
operational-
been 70 miles an hour, I think.
I think
that is
I'm not sure.
That is what the officials have, but our analysis did go 75.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
70 miles
We
an hour,
went.
9
We went hurricane. 10-minute winds from Mateo, France, went with 70 miles an hour, 10-minute, and then the JTWC only.
No,
kept
no,
us
no,
as
not
TS.
10-minute.
Oh, I like this. Someone just said it's a slopical storm.
I think that's fair. But yeah, you can see there the
It shrimps
convective
at the
blobs.
end there.
Yes. And then rams into land before it's capable of becoming anything
it
overly
died.
powerful.
But what happens at the end, Thomas?
Oh, what happens at the end? Let's go all the way to the end here. We can move past a little bit. You
Look at
can
it
see
go.
there,
That's when it
way
starts
into
on
Central
round.
Africa. That's
Yeah.
when convection really
Yeah,
stopped. but
apparently it did make it into the South Atlantic.
it did briefly
Yeah,
as a
it did.
remnant.
But so did one of the 2017 storms, I think.
Deneo.
Yeah.
Deneo. We just had a
That's
question on that.
Challenge.
Yeah.
What was that, Ethan?
It was a question on the Super Cyclone Challenge.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that it hit Africa, not that it made it into the island. Yeah. Right, what was the
Anyway,
next storm?
after Imogen, we had Joshua, another disappointment out to sea.
Mm-hmm.
Then we sort of had Eloise, which I know the Schwent did a lot of stuff on.
Yep. Eloise,
Yeah, Eloise was the I think the first major one that I tracked because I joined the project in January, and I know that was actually I think one of the only storms that I ended up putting CDPS ratings for in the public server, because I don't have access to that channel anymore. But I know Eloise is one of was the first storm that I actually put a rating in there for.
Yeah, this
Made a
was a
landfall
storm that I did
in
quite a few updates for.
made landfall
Yeah.
in Beira, which a lot of
I do
people
believe-
will remember from
Yeah.
Idai.
I do believe Eloise was the first storm that we did our new storm update template on.
I think it was. I think you're right on that.
Yeah, because I made my first video update on Eloise, but I called it completely by the wrong name. Or I pronounced it all wrong.
It's the
Oh,
first
dear.
one that I did the new. It's the first one that I did a storm, individual storm track with the new software.
Yeah.
Also, I will note, I think we missed one.
Well,
I think
we know
missed Kimmy when it hit the one that hit
Kimmy
Queen.
was January.
Yeah, Kimmy sort of happened just after Eloise formed, which no one saw coming at all.
No, because what happened was we were focused on 14S, which was known in Australia as Tropical 8U, and we're like, okay, when is the Bureau going to name this thing? And then they never named it.
Never named it.
And
I'm so glad that
Kimmy
you
just-
guys can remember these things, because I just don't remember.
Well, I'm kind of cheating. I'm
Oh,
using
you're
Wikipedia,
cheating. Okay,
but-
fair enough.
I've got the RAM list open.
Yeah, I've
But-
got IB tracks open.
But after
But yeah,
after
Kimmy came out of nowhere.
we actually
Kimmy, I just remember with Kimmy, like I was given some update things. They turned out to be wrong. So we kind of overestimated Kimmy a bit.
After Kimmy, we had
We actually had-
10U, and then that led it. After 10U, we had Lucas.
we actually sort of had a trio. Actually, it was Lucas, which entered in from the Australian region, Anna,
Mhm.
which briefly became a hurricane strike system sort of over Fiji, and whatever the heck Bina was.
What
even was Bina?
Well, I mean, don't you know that South Pacific storms like to come in
Bina was barely a tropical storm.
Was that one of the
Barely.
random
Yeah.
systems in the Open South Pack?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was actually directly behind Anna, believe it or not.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Really?
It was right behind
Oh, yeah.
Anna.
Thomas, on your screen, is that Lucas?
That is Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Lucas became briefly a hurricane strength system, and then it curved southwest and kind of stalled to the south of New Caledonia. But anyway, after these three systems, this is going to be a lot of debate here. Faraji.
Oh, we haven't gone that far yet.
Not a Cat 5.
Yes.
Not a Cat 5.
The storm name that I thought was Spanish, so I pronounced it the Spanish way.
Not a Cat 5, folks. Not a Cat
No,
5.
not a Cat 5, but I just remember. I think actually, did I have?
You did a storm on it as a Cat 5.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did, and I also pronounced it wrong.
We believe that.
But no,
Operationally,
that was operation. We had it operationally as a Category 5, but we reanalyzed it to not be a Cat 5.
And that wasn't the only. Actually, no. Faraji was before this one.
It's close.
There
on
was
that
just.
imagery.
But Faraji's eye never really, like, around its peak intensity, it never really got its eye, like, fully sorted out. So,
yeah,
you know, due to a lot of the inconsistencies in its CDO and its eye temp, a lot of people really don't think this was a Cat 5, that there would end up being one later on in the season, though.
And there it goes
But
on
after-
Army's screen.
Yeah.
I always remember this storm for that hilarious microwave which passed the storm right on the edge of the scan, and it warped the storm structure so much it looked like a lowercase e on the microwave.
What?
And everyone started calling it Barrage E.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it was
Oh,
a meme
for
for several weeks.
Well, also at the same time as Faraji, we had a unnamed tropical storm in the South Atlantic that Noah actually was tracking. Mariha completely missed this, and that was 1Q.
1Q, yeah, that was a bizarre one.
Don't know what to make of
Briefly
that one.
became.
Yeah,
briefly
so that
became
developed off the coast of Rio Grande do Sul into a bomb cyclone, and it developed subtropical characteristics, and then it separated from its front and transitioned into a fully tropical storm. So Noah.
Yeah, you're definitely reading Wikipedia there. I remember reading that when I was animating.
So, because Mariha completely missed it, and Noah, from what I'm reading here, they called it a tropical storm at 1730, and their final bulletin was at 2330. So only a 6-hour tropical storm.
I don't know. Kay, what were your thoughts on that one?
There was amazingly enough tropical storms in the South Atlantic last year that I can't remember which one it is.
Oh.
February 4th to the 6th.
That doesn't help because there were about 5 tropical cyclones or potential tropical cyclones last year.
Anyway,
let's move on then.
After Faraja, we had Guambe, which stalled south of Beira, kind of caused more misery, moved off towards the south, became a tropical cyclone, and peaked as a Category 2, which a lot of people were not expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That peak was just off the coast, wasn't it?
Yes, it was very close and quite far south, I will say.
And at the time, everyone thought it was going to keep going and become the southernmost major in that part of the world. And then it just completely collapsed because the ocean temperatures were shallow and it wasn't moving fast enough to stop upwelling.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And then the West Pack, and then the West Pack woke up with Dujem.
Well,
Shen, yeah.
Which
I think that would be like a sneeze while it was asleep.
Yeah. And then when Guambe decided to, sorry for cutting you off, Ethan, but when Guambe decided to die off, we had a major form in the Australian region, Marian.
Hold on.
Or Marian, however you say it.
Marian. Oh, yeah, Marian.
So going back to Dujen here, I do remember that it formed near Guam. Thank you. Formed near Guam, stalled a little bit as it became a tropical storm, and was forecast to make landfall in the Philippines as a tropical storm, and then it moved, and in about 3 days or so of stalling, which is kind of impressive, it moved off towards the northwest as a tropical depression and barely even got to the Philippines at all in one piece.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Marian happened. Sort of was your classic Cat 3 out to sea. You get these pretty standard in every Australian region.
Yeah, so funny enough, for 2 days of its lifespan, it was not in the Australian region. I don't think it was when it was at its peak, though. I'm not sure.
No, it was just after peak, but it was as a Cat 2.
And then right after Marian, sort of during it, we actually had an extremely rare situation where a jet, I guess you could say, actually helps enhance the wind speeds, and this was true with Niran, which became a Cat 5 somehow.
Niran was quite a storm for.
But
one thing I
Niran
want to
peaked in March, although it did form in February.
It formed in
One thing
February, but that peaked in March.
Yes,
One thing that I want to
formed
say
on
about
the 27th, and then it stalled for so long that it was March 4th by the time it started moving off.
Yeah,
and then
but during that time, it was tremendous damage to the plantations in the eastern coast of Australia, northeastern coast of Australia. It did about $100 million in damages in lost plantation products. So while it was stalling, it did cause quite a bit of damage in Australia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it for February, believe it or not. That's it.
Wow. So which storm do you reckon was the most impressive in that early part of the year then?
Yasa. That's easy. Yasa.
That's over in the previous year, but what about 2021 Jan Feb?
Niran.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say
was
Niran.
just slop.
Faraji was something, I don't know.
Faraji was an upper end Category 4, but Niran got to Category 5 conclusively.
Yeah,
Though
that
right
that was a
after
surprise.
right after Neuron, there was a very impressive storm on the other side of Australia, though, which we'll touch on
Yes,
tomorrow.
but that's in
That's for tomorrow.
That's not in
for
February.
That's in
That's for
April.
tomorrow.
Anyway, hey, I'd have thought we'd be moving on to the emergency management exercise, but I found out, Kay, you remember when we did the recording, and I said that we only went over by 2 seconds, because that was the raw recording. I don't know how it's ended up like this, but it's now down to 51 minutes, so I don't know how that happened. So that means we've got
Hopefully there's not an issue with it.
We've got 8 or 9 minutes to take questions from viewers now, which is great because that's what we.
Or we
could
could talk about that system that I was talking about if you want.
No, I don't want to talk about that
No.
system. I want to talk to the viewers.
That's April. Ethan, that was April, anyways.
There was a question.
Some of the
Yeah, are you going to read that?
Oh, I was just gonna read. There was just some other slops in the basins at the time.
Let's
like
not
just
talk about the
tropical
slop.
depressions, but nobody cares about the slop storms.
Do you think that
didn't
Anna
form.
could become the third and final Anna of 2021 in the Southwest Indian Ocean?
It's got a
It'll
month.
probably happen. It's
It has
it's
been
very
month.
rare to have the first storm for the Southwest Indian Ocean form after December, so it's probably going to happen. Yeah.
It does happen sometimes.
It will be nice. It will be nice. It will be
Yeah,
nice.
Southwest Indian Ocean typically starts up the Southern Hemisphere season, like in general. So it's not every day that you see the Australian region started off.
There's a question there. Do you think you'll make another edition of Faraway Shores? As far as I know, it's still an unfinished piece, so there should be.
What?
Oh, well, that's not something I knew.
I forget which one's which by name now. That's number 6, right?
Faraway Shores, I can check for you if you like, because I've got them
Don't know my
stored
own
on my
music.
system somewhere.
But if it is, that's still not finished, would you believe? It's just at a sort of false finish at the moment before.
Where is my music folder? There is my music folder. Yeah, Tune 6 Faraway Shores is what I've got on my system. 2019-11.
Yeah. When will we do 2021 Northern Hemisphere, assuming nothing forms and the Westpac TD dies? I assume they mean animations. Atlantic usually comes first, but I don't know. I mean, Eastpac might come first this time. I don't know. Just whenever they get
Depends on who's animating it. Wink.
Well, Ethan's going to be animating Eastpac, isn't he?
Well,
I mean, that's just a given.
Depends on how fast we get our analysis
Yeah.
done. We've got some things to work on, and that's going to be happening very soon.
I should hope so, because Atlantic would need to come out before the middle of December, if there's nothing out there.
And of course, we've still got the 2020 World Cyclone animation too.
Yes, and I've no idea whether that's finished and presentable. It's penned in for this week, but that depends on Xavier.
Speaking of, where is he?
He's disappeared.
Xavier, if you're watching, get back in here.
More comments.
He's probably spending time with mittens.
I'm still waiting for that Force 13 rap battle I asked for on New Year's Eve last year. I even remember Ethan saying he was up for it.
You'll probably get it New Year's Eve.
I did not say such thing. I did not.
Wow.
Well, I don't know.
Liar.
I don't know who is challenged, but I recommend do it New Year's Eve this year. They had a whole year to prepare.
Oh dear.
I see that someone's asking me in chat that we've listed a new premiere 2010 Eastpac.
Yes, that's tomorrow. Yep.
Yes, I did animate that, and you'll actually want to see this one because this outro is actually one of the most. How do I word this? I put a lot of work into it. The most work I put into an outro, believe it or not.
Wow.
Funnily enough, it's for the least active EPAC season, one of the least active EPAC season ever.
It still had a Cat 5.
Yeah, and then what? A Cat 5, a Cat 3, and that's it.
And it had a subtropical storm, which actually became a typhoon by our analysis, in December.
What? It became a typhoon?
Yes.
Yeah, but
90 miles an hour by our analysis.
Anytime
But it wasn't it was in the Central Pacific, though.
And
How
it
did
made
become a
Ethan have a
typhoon?
squeaky voice.
What?
When he is defending EPAC, he will have that. That's the fanboy
Because
coming
the
out.
Eastpac
Boy.
is
That's the fanboy coming out.
It certainly
Because
is.
the East Pack is great. I'm actually
Yeah, but you
hoping.
haven't been for the last week.
I'm actually still putting a lot of focus into animating East Pack this winter, and I'm actually running out of seasons to animate. Believe it
You
or not.
what? Well, I can help you with the historical ones.
Anytime I hear the words East Pack and Subtropical Storm, I just think of Lambda from the What Might Have Been 2019.
You should animate 1925. It has about 11 storms, I think.
What happened in that season?
A lot of things, clearly.
I'm just looking through the.
Where are you gonna look,
There's...
Ethan? Where are you gonna look?
Wikipedia.
1925. They might have something on it, but from,
yeah, they probably do.
But actually, they had 13 systems in my database, at least, including what we think is, because it's pressure 966, an actual hurricane that formed December 22nd.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, you piqued my interest now. And there's also Hurricane 8, which is the strongest November hurricane until Hurricane Kenneth in 2011, which broke that record. And that record would stand for a whole 4 years.
Hurricane 8, that's pressure 953.
Wait, Patricia was in November?
No, there was actually Hurricane Sandra in November. Almost a Cat 5 in 2015.
But there are some really interesting little tidbits for the East Pack that people that even we're only just starting to understand, and elsewhere around the world. My history venture is going to continue for many more years yet, it seems.
Another season that I thought about animating was I forget where it is. It's in the 1970s. There was one season where there was actually a 1975. Here it is. There was Hurricane 12, which was active in early September and almost made it to Alaska. So I wonder if that's an animation.
Oh, 1975.
That just sounds like some stuff out of Turret 1982 that Xavier just animated on the Extra channel.
And if you look back at the on some of the Westpac storms, on official analysis, and we know they don't, the old storms, they didn't often do the extratropical transition very well. 1 or 2 storms have made tropical landfalls on the Aleutian Islands.
Oh,
Aleutian?
no. Why?
Officially.
I question that.
Yes.
I'm just looking through because we have a couple more minutes before that exercise. There's a few lows from the Australian region during the period that we were talking about that could have gotten names because they reached tropical storm on the Saffir-Simpson, but they never reached the characteristics from the Bureau.
The requirement from the Bureau of Meteorology requires that there is gale force wind in 3 out of the 4 corners of the storm. It is a very frustrating requirement, and it has made many people, including myself, to pull my hairs out because it's ridiculous. It's clearly a tropical storm. Why have this stupid requirement? Why is
Example 14S of last year, which was 8U in that region. We were all here, like we had it as a tropical storm, and it was making landfall there. And we're like, when is the Bureau going to name it? When is it going to name it? And then it didn't name it at all.
Alright guys, we're pretty much out of time here. We're going to go now to the emergency management exercise, and then I'll pop in to say goodbye at the end. But now we're going to say goodbye to our team. Thank you very much for taking part tonight on first day of Force 13 week. They're going to have many more appearances throughout the week, so loads of fun to come. And if we don't have enough fun during this week, it'll all be on the charity stream on Saturday, I would think. It's going to be wall-to-wall gaming like last year.
Everybody gets to see how I did in the exercise.
I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, here we go then with the exercise.
You.
Hopefully it comes with audio. Okay, no, that's the wrong one. That's why. You see, that was the actual exercise when it happened, and that is actually the wrong file. I don't know where it's gone. That's why it didn't work, Kay. I've lost my exercise. It's Kay's fault that I've lost my... That Kay's just arguing with me. Hold on, let's just fade Kay back in here. Kay, what happened?
Why Kay?
Why is it my fault?
No, I was just playing on that you... I've got a bit of a panic on right now because I don't know where the exercise has gone.
It clearly decided to join my protest and evacuate from your computer.
Anyway, let's just mention that even though I wasn't on this exercise, the first exercise that we did, I got the lowest score.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what your score was, but it may have been broken. That's all I'm just gonna say. Y'all will have to watch.
You got negative 2,000 or something incredible, didn't you?
I don't know why it didn't work, so I'm gonna have to play the raw videos.
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Well, all I know is 3 out of 5 of us that are in that exercise are in the call right now.
Right, so we're gonna play the raw video output, which shouldn't be too bad anyway, because in the edited version I just stuck it together. So we'll go and do that. Here we go.
Oh dear.
And no, not that. That's the pre-show. And it's that.
Okay.
We finally got it.
So this emergency management exercise.
I've not made any new slides. I've been a bit lazy, so we're going over the old slides and I'll be telling you what the differences are. The aim of the game is still very much the same. It's summarized here really. Every action or inaction you commit in the simulate will impact your final score. You'll lose points to account for the cost of making preparations, but will get the difference back and more if the cost of preparations mitigates the storm's financial impacts. It pays to prepare for all storms as you would in the real world. That's the wrong button.
Uh-oh.
Tropical storm watches. You want to issue them 48 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds. Bonuses and penalties. And you also get opinion bonuses and penalties as well. Tropical storm warnings, timing you do it 24 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds. Most people should know this, but just to remind you. Hurricane watches, 48 hours before the arrival of hurricane force winds. In your opinion. Hurricane warning, 24 hours before. Declaring an emergency, you'll want to aim for 72 hours before the arrival of tropical storm force winds, but you should only declare an emergency if you think the storm will cause $100 million in damages in the actual area in question, okay?
Oh dear God.
Now then.
Another way to say state of emergency?
Sorry?
When you say declare emergency? Just another way to...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. And you get a hefty bonus if that happens, but obviously it costs a lot to declare the emergency. But you'll get the bonus plus more than what it costs if you get it right. Because I'm not sure if those numbers are fully correct anymore. But basically, if you do it right, you get your money back plus more. We're not doing this anymore. Scrap that, and scrap that, and scrap that. We're not doing any of those. Okay? Now, you may remember that this is how it used to be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But we are not doing Florida anymore.
Oh no.
Oh God. Louisiana.
We're doing the whole eastern seaboard of North America.
Oh no.
And here they are.
Oh no.
And the Azores and Bermuda. Just for fun. For good measure.
Let me make
Atlantic Canada.
Now, yes, Atlantic Canada. You'll have access to this map all the time whilst we're going through the advisories. 60 seconds for every advisory, which gives us enough time for everyone to get their say in. If everyone, for instance, wanted to make actions, they would have time to say it in that 60-second window. Okay.
Okay, so there's I'm guessing 29 areas we need to look out for now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
I see New York State and New York Metro are different.
That's right.
Does Long Island fall under New York Metro or New York State for the zone?
The state. New York Metro is the 5 boroughs.
Okay.
DC
Long Island
has
is
a
a
zone.
borough.
No.
Part of it is.
Part of it is. Less than most part. And DC has one as well, as you can see. That's 13. Don't get caught out by that.
Yeah.
So is that all very clear?
Yeah.
Wait, we have 60 seconds to look at it, or we have 60 seconds and before the end we have to tell you what we're doing?
I think the second one.
I mean, if you're not taking any actions, then you don't have to say anything.
Or you can take no action.
So at the end of the 60 seconds, if we have something that we're waiting to tell you, we say it then, but we're supposed to try and say it before.
Yeah.
Everyone should be able to get their voice in. There's only 5 of us.
And yeah, how do we tell? And obviously, do we type anything in the chat if we want to?
I would like it all to be verbal if possible. I'd like everyone to be succinct so that everyone can get those chances in.
Sure.
Last time there was so many people that people started using the chat, I think.
I know. We're not doing... I've scaled it down mainly for that reason. Between 5 of us, we should be able to get everything in every 60-second period.
Okay.
Alright.
And each 60 seconds is a day?
Is 1 advisory.
So 4 times a day, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can
Unless
obviously
we go
skip
to-
through if people are getting bored. But that's how it will be. Now, I appreciate this is not as slick as the previous one because I've just not had as much time. You'll have to bear with me on that.
Actually, it's much harder.
You think it's harder?
Yeah, there's a lot more places.
There's a lot.
I think
last
it's
time
easier
there were
because
9
it's
areas
more
to look
spread
out for,
out
this
and you're
time
not
there's
trying to make
30.
decisions for tiny little bits of Florida.
Yeah, and also I was saying it's fine. I wasn't here for the last time, but I did see the last few ones that y'all have done.
Yeah.
With 5 of us, it should probably be easier to get everything set.
Let's just get stuck in.
The thing is, with this time as well, we've not had any lab rats, so we've no idea how this is actually going to go. Just that we know that the concept in general works.
What if we are the lab rats?
Well, I guess you are.
Yes,
yeah.
we are.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, like last time we was just Florida. There were 9 areas to look out for. This time there's 30 at least.
But
much bigger targets.
yes, and we're not going to be tracking 10 storms at once. In fact, there is a small part where there's more than 1 storm at once, but I'm not going to make you do the things at the same time.
Thank you
Oh
very much.
Does this mean we get to send a hurricane towards Xavier?
Yes. Wait, what?
Oh god.
Beautiful.
All right, so
I'm glad this is not live.
oh, there we go. All right, we better begin then, I guess, because
Oh,
this has just
okay.
appeared on my screen.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Right, the first one is underway. Go, go, go.
Why is it Depression 13?
Okay.
Because this carries on from the same.
1, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Tropical Storm Watch for 1, 2, and 3.
I'm gonna be going Tropical Storm Watch for 2 and 3. I'm gonna go Warning for
Oh, that's
1
not
because
working.
of the keys. The keys is in number 1. So,
Alright,
and that's supposed to be there in 24 hours. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
be going with a warning for number 1 and a watch for 2 and 3.
Right, I'm just going to stop it there because nothing's working here. I'll.
Hooray.
So for the first thing, I'll let you. Right, we've got unlimited time for the first advisory right now because this thing's broken. Look, there's everyone.
Hello.
I've got to
Hi.
find a
Hi.
different way to get this running because for some reason it's just not playing ball with me. I don't know why.
Oops. There we go. Okay, that's my cameo.
Christian with the background of the video update.
Christian is the new tropical storm. Issue advisories on him.
Oh god.
Once I do get this
Yeah.
thing working, though, we should be all right.
Okie
Yes,
dokie.
I just want if memory serves me correctly.
Okay,
then,
there we go.
Again, I would also like to put in a tropical storm warning for area 1 and watches for 2 and
Right,
3.
hold on. Let's start all over again. So, Kay, you were the first one. You said
Yeah. Do we have to put a watch and a warning, or do you not do a watch if there's a warning?
You can do tropical storm watch and a hurricane, a tropical storm warning and a hurricane watch, but you don't do both at.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, warning for 1, watch for 2 and 3.
Okay.
All right. I'll issue a warning for
I guess
1
I'll go
and
next.
watch
I'm
for
going
2 and 3.
with warning for 1 and.
Sorry,
watch
what did
for
Ike
2.
say?
Warning for 1 and watches for 2 and 3.
Jonesy?
I went with I went warning 1 and watch for 2 and 3.
Christian?
Yeah, warning 1, watch 2 and 3.
Joey?
Warning 1, watch 2 and 3.
So you've all done the same thing there, I think.
Oh, there's now a tropical storm. Okay.
Love it when it intensifies to a tropical storm over Cuba.
Jenny,
Oh,
what a name.
really? That looks like it
Barely.
just intensified before landfall.
Yeah.
It started over the marshes to
So
begin
why
with.
is its pressure 1003?
Why not?
That's normal for the Caribbean.
Yeah, that's normal.
All right. I won't do anything.
No
you want
action.
to what?
I won't do anything.
Oh.
I'm gonna hold as well.
Fantastic. You can see all those places on the map just fine, yeah? Just to make sure?
Yeah, you can.
Good time to have a drink then.
Oh, thanks.
Oh dear.
Mm. It's quite parched.
And
before
we're
this.
only doing watches and warnings.
Yes.
Or declaring emergencies.
Or state of emergency.
If you think it will cause $100 million in damages in one area.
Right.
The problem is the boundary between 1 and 2 is right through the middle of the Tampa and surrounding metro area.
Yeah, it is.
Tampa itself is in 2.
So
I'm
I'm going to declare emergency for 1 and 2.
Wow.
I'm going
Bold.
to hold.
I will also hold.
And I'm going to issue a hurricane watch for 1 and 2.
Wow.
Really?
Really? Wow.
September in the
I'm
Gulf of Mexico. I'm not taking chances.
Yeah, that's true. I just saw the
That is
date.
true. I'm gonna hold.
Yeah, I'm still holding.
Good point. 50 miles an hour, 1,000 millibars.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm going to upgrade to tropical storm warning for zone number. Wait. Actually, no. I'm holding.
Yeah, you guys might have to
I'll-
make notes of what you've issued and what you haven't as well.
I'll issue a
I'm-
warning for 3.
Okay.
I've forgotten what I've issued.
You
You've
haven't changed
issued
since the start.
a warning for 1 and
Yeah,
a watch
but,
for
like-
2 and 3 you have.
Warning for. Oh yeah. Okay.
I want a warning for 2 and 3.
I'm gonna
Although,
upgrade.
actually, I lied. I'm not going to hold because I just noticed something. I'm issuing tropical storm watch for zone 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna issue a warning for 2 and 3 and a tropical storm watch for zone 5.
Okay. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna
okay.
now I'm upgrading zones 2 and 3 to a warning, and then I'm just going to hold
Mm-hmm.
for the warning in 1, and I'm holding the watch in 5.
60 miles an hour.
I want to drop the hurricane watch in 2.
Dear.
You've dropped it.
In 2, but not in 1.
Okay.
I'm
I'll issue
holding.
a
I'm going
warning
to-
for 2.
Ike's done a
I'm-
tropical storm warning for 2. Christian?
I would
I'm going
Christian,
to
yeah.
upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade the watch to a warning for zone 2 and issue a
I'll-
watch for zone 5.
Watch for 5. Ike?
I'll issue a watch for 2. Upgrading the watch.
Oh,
I need to keep.
you've done
I need
what for
notes
2?
on what I need to
Wait,
do.
what? Wait.
You had a
Never
warning
mind,
for
never
2, right?
Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
keeping track of
65
what I'm
miles an
doing.
hour and moving inland.
Oh, it's made landfall at least. Okay.
Drop the hurricane watch.
Okay.
I would like a warning for 5 and a watch for 7.
I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to issue a warning for 5 and a watch for 7.
I'm going to hold the warnings in 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to issue a watch for 7 and upgrade the watch in 5 to a warning.
I want an emergency for 3.
I'll upgrade 1, 2, and 3 to a warning, and 5 and 7 for a watch.
Once again I've completely forgotten what my current standings are.
1 and 2 warning, 5 and 3 a watch, Christian.
That's why I'm writing it in the chat for me.
3 and 5. I need to note this down, otherwise I'm going to keep forgetting.
Yeah, I think you'll have to do that, because don't forget to retract your warnings too.
Okay, so I'll go first. I'm going to retract my warning for Zone 1. And that's the only one I'm going to retract.
Succinct, please.
I'm issuing a tropical storm warning for Zone 7. And I'm issuing a watch for Zones 8 and 9. Because the point there at 11 a.m. Saturday is literally right on the
please.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Drop 1. Emergency for 7.
Okay.
Warning for 7. Watch for 8 and 9.
Oh, it's me. I didn't. Okay.
Okay.
I'm dropping the warning in 2 and 3. I'm dropping the watch in 9. I am upgrading 8 to a warning. I am going to downgrade the warning in 5 to a watch.
Right. I didn't get a chance to speak last time.
Go.
Okay.
I was going to say I'm dropping everything for 1, 2, 3, and 5. I'm going to issue a watch for 7 and 8.
Joey?
Correct.
I'm going to drop everything for 1, 2, 3. Going to issue a warning for Zone 8.
Alright, I'll drop everything for 1, 2, 3 and upgrade to a warning for 7 and watch for 8.
Dropping 2, 3. Dropping 5.
Okay.
Dropping 9. Dropping 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dropping 8.
Dropping everything.
Dropping everything. Everything dropped.
I'm dropping 5. I'm dropping 7, and I'm going to drop 8 as well.
I'm going to drop 7 and 8 as well.
Everyone happy?
Yep, all dropped.
Yep.
I'll just drop everything. Looks like it's gonna just die.
Yes. Do you think?
Yeah. This thing's gonna tap into the Gulf Stream somehow, and we're gonna have to deal with Atlantic Canada.
I'm unhappy with how violently it's turned to the right after it looked like it was making a beeline for Charleston.
It was violent.
Yeah.
I've made them better after this one, though.
Right, okay.
Okay, yeah, this thing's dying.
It better not resurrect itself just to annoy us.
It's gonna go towards Bermuda and resurrect itself.
No, it's definitely not going to turn so hard to the
Actually,
right.
what number is Bermuda?
I mean, it
28.
has been.
28. Right.
It has been. Wait, did you say there's gonna be 28 advisories?
What?
No.
No, I just asked what zone number Bermuda was.
Oh.
And yeah, 28 apparently.
Fantastic.
Right. Denny die. Jenny die even.
But we all.
Yeah.
But we need to speed up when delivering your information to us.
You don't need to give explanation. Just
Advisories,
say what
I
you're
didn't get a
doing.
single chance to speak.
That's my fault. I'm sorry.
So I was going to have my points docked on that front.
I think we should skip.
I lose 10
Wrecked.
points from Gryffindor because of taking up all the time a couple of advisories ago.
Can you skip this?
Skip a little bit.
He
Wrecked. Ah,
Rest
that's
in
it.
peace.
All right.
Oh, next.
Oh, hello. What's that background?
Nothing. We've got a little
It's
break
nice.
now. For as long as we feel. How did that go?
It was
Alright.
good, but
Was it
unfortunately,
right?
like I kept mentioning, I didn't get during one of the advisories. I didn't get a chance to speak, so I'm
Okay.
guessing.
Yeah, that was
we
my
got
fault.
you
I
now.
apologize, Christian,
Yeah.
because I
That
took
happened
like
towards the
20
end. That
seconds.
happened to everyone because these things. So,
I think how Ken was saying it.
But maybe
with
getting the
drop-
hang of things a little more, you know, just say
Yeah.
1 tropical storm warning, 2 tropical storm warning, 4 declare an emergency. Okay?
Yeah, and I think how Kay was saying with drop and issue, just
Yep.
keeping it simple words. I think that might be.
Yeah,
how
we don't need to
do it.
explain why we're making it because then you take 30 seconds and we have.
And
well,
it
12
and it
seconds.
did take 40 seconds at one point, Jonesy.
Yeah, I knew I took like 30
So
seconds.
that's your time and 2 other people's time, and then half of another person's time.
Right. Do we feel ready for the next one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we sure?
No.
Is it going to be somewhere around in the middle of nowhere? It's going to take forever to get to the US.
Let's have a look. What's the next storm? Oh,
14.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Florida in this season.
Right. Okay, I'm going to start off and issue a watch for Zone 5.
I'm gonna do the same and issue a watch for Zone 5.
I'm going warning 3, watch 5, and 7.
I'll do.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You first, Kay.
Watch for 357. Emergency for 5.
Ike.
All right. Warning for 3 and watches for 5 and 7.
Okay.
Warning 3.
Yeah, it's right off the coast.
Well, this is a concern.
Oh god.
What do you mean by that?
Ah,
Ah.
Ken.
I
Warning
should've-
for 3 and 5.
Warning 3 and 5.
Warning 3 and 5.
Very good.
Watch 7.
Okay.
I am holding.
Okay.
Same. I am holding 2.
All right.
Nathan,
Well, that was
you
quick.
got what I was after?
Yeah, that was quick. We've got 30 seconds to chat about it now.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I'd like to do emergency for 3 as well.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I'll issue a warning for emergency for 3.
Where's Bobby at?
I think
I'm gonna go emergency for 5.
Joey.
Sorry.
Right. Very good. I got all of that. Because I've got to write all this down as you say it too.
Oh. Oh yes.
Here's the next advisory. 50 miles an hour.
Oh my god.
It's deciding to stall.
Oh, I'm going to declare an emergency for Zone 3.
For 7.
What was that, Kay?
Drop 7.
Dropping 7.
Yeah, same for me. Drop 7.
Yeah, drop 7. Oh my god.
I don't like this stalling, so I'm gonna emergency in 3. I'm holding everything else.
I have never seen a tropical storm form and then stall over Jacksonville.
Shh! Don't say things like that, Kay.
Don't
Jinx it.
It's a truly incredible season with so many very realistic but highly unusual things happening.
Hey, I mean the 2021 season was pretty unrealistic. Let's be real.
So was 2020.
Yeah, that too.
Next advisory, 60 miles per hour.
Oof.
Is it still stalling? Oh,
Yes.
Okay, so it's
All right.
things are
I'll
in
issue
5
it.
bit.
Christian, what?
So I'm just looking at the TS Force wins. Are they in Zone 5?
No, they're on the border.
Barely. Okay.
I'm gonna hold.
I'm dropping the watch in 7.
Okay.
I'm gonna upgrade Zone 5 to a warning.
Wait.
Okay.
I would like to issue a hurricane watch for Zone 5.
Fascinating. Can't even tell whether there's any hurricane dots on the forecast there. Don't think so.
No.
No.
There isn't, but I'm banking on it being just below hurricane.
But it's 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it's got 48 hours
Or
over
I'll issue an emergency 4-5.
Still 60. And it stopped.
What?
Is this stationary?
Pretty much.
I'm gonna downgrade my warning in 5 to a watch.
Okay.
I'm keeping that in 5 as a watch. I'm just holding.
I have a warning in 3 and 5, don't I?
Yes, you do.
I think you do.
This is why you should note your stuff down, Kay. Just not, I don't know.
I didn't hear any of that. What did you say?
Do I have an emergency 4-5?
No.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it.
Kay, did you actually want anything then?
No.
Okay. Where's this going to take us next?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold.
If it misses 5 entirely, I'll be very upset.
It's down to 50 miles an hour.
Wait,
and
are
just
you what?
and just moved east slightly there.
Drop the hurricane watch.
Okay, so apparently it's gonna go into zone 3 and then 5. I've already got 3 and 5 warned. Probably for a bit too long if I'm honest, but
No, three being warned is reasonable. I'm holding, by the way.
I'm
gonna hold.
Okay. I can. What was that?
I'm gonna hold.
Yep. Okay. Everyone holding except for Kay, who just changed the one thing there. Six advisories. It's been sitting there now.
Move.
Fun.
Move.
And back to
Just loves
60.
zone 3.
What is it doing?
I'm gonna
Is it
hold.
expected to go south and then do a loop?
Looks like.
Oh,
we see
yeah,
it!
The
Yeah.
warning for 5 to watch.
Dropping the warning to a watch.
4-5.
So we've got September 6th, which is a Tuesday. By Thursday, it's expected to be just offshore Florida.
In the
I
morning.
would also like to drop 5 to a
In the
watch.
morning.
Alright.
I'm holding.
I'm holding.
Winds are still right on the coast, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's going to move out to sea a bit more if the forecast
Oh,
is
actually, can I declare an emergency for 3?
Okay.
Too late.
I
Make that happen.
honestly think y'all really pulled the trigger early on that warning for 5. I haven't upgraded it.
70
The
miles
winds
an
have
hour.
gone. The winds went into it.
Oh, no.
Hurricane watch for 3.
Hurricane watch for 3.
Hurricane watch for 3.
Yeah.
Hello.
Christian?
Hurricane watch 3 and 5.
Right.
Hurricane watch for 3.
This is a truly incredible storm. So much drama, and it's moved less than 50 miles from where it formed.
The problem is, I don't know if I just want to up it right off the bat because the fact that it's going to be on land in 24 hours. I'm keeping it as a watch until I see it go up to a hurricane.
He's just being dramatic because he doesn't have Barbie with him.
I know I issued a hurricane watch in this advisory, but I'm not making it a warning until I see hurricane.
Well, here comes the next advisory. Oh, it's down to 65.
Alright, downgrade zone 3 to our TS warning.
I'm going to
So you're removing the Hurricane Watch for 3.
Yeah, and downgrading to a tropical storm.
Oh, I just realized I screwed myself.
You already had a
Instead of
tropical storm
hurricane
warning.
watch.
Then.
Nathan?
Ooh.
Can I drop the Hurricane Watch for Zone 5? Keep it for Zone 3.
Yep.
Yeah, I just realized I messed up, so I'm dropping the watch in 3. Sorry, no, I'm dropping it in 5. I'm keeping it in 3 if I had it. If I didn't, I'm issuing it that, and I'm dropping the TS watch in 5.
I'm holding.
Right, okay. I understood what you said in the end there.
I'm holding as well.
All right then. 65,997 into the next advisory. It's weakening.
Dropping the Hurricane watch in 3.
Dropping the watch back to a warning.
Dropping the Hurricane Watch.
Dropping the Hurricane Watch.
Right, hold on a moment. Ike, you're dropping the Tropical Storm Watch for 5. Joey, what did you say?
I'm gonna drop the watch, and it's gonna be a Tropical Storm warning for 3.
Which watch? The 5?
The Hurricane Watch for...
Oh, the Hurricane Watch.
Yeah.
You still have a TS watch for 5?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that.
Yep.
You can have a Hurricane watch and a Tropical Storm warning at the same time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure.
You just can't have a Hurricane watch and a Tropical Storm watch at the same time.
Yeah.
Do I have a watch or a warning in 5?
A watch at the moment.
I'd like to keep it that way, and Okay, it's still weakening. So actually, I would like to cancel the Tropical Storm watch for 5.
Cancel watch 5.
I'm holding.
Holding.
Cancel the Tropical Storm warning for 5.
I think you still have a Hurricane watch too, Christian.
No, I dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would like to cancel the state of emergency in 5.
Okay.
Yeah, same here actually.
Still gonna hold them. I'm probably gonna go in the negatives.
It'll be very interesting to find out because I've no idea until I calculate them how well you did.
Last time around, I think one person had 2 and everyone else was negative.
Oh dear.
Thing is, it's like I don't know how big the rain bands are, so that's why I never issued the emergency.
It's like
stalling
July,
again.
it's possible to get positive.
It's just stalling.
Nothing changed there at all.
And I'm not changing anything.
Apart from the advisory number.
Yeah, I'm holding.
Well, actually, that didn't even change. I think I made an error there. That should be advisory 12, if I'm not mistaken, unless that's just exactly. Hold on.
No, I think it is 11 because the last one was 10.
No, the last one was 11.
Oh, was it? Never mind.
Let's fast forward a bit and see what the next one shows. Well, nothing did change there anyway, so it may as well be the same advisory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Come on. 13, you see? We missed out 12.
Still falling.
I'm holding. I was really thinking in 12 about issuing a watch in 2, but I didn't. So I'm holding.
I'm holding.
Holding.
What have I got?
We'll stay in the same.
Emergency and warning.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm holding.
Skip.
Moving on then.
Please make landfall.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Yeah, please.
And now we're going southwest.
Yeah. Just because.
Will it ever make it to Georgia?
No.
Holding. No, it's gonna probably die.
Imagine if it goes to Alabama instead of Georgia.
Ooh.
Oh.
If it does that, that's gonna be hilarious. And then I'm gonna start singing "Sweet Home Alabama."
What if it makes it to the Azores?
Oh no!
Oh no!
Be here forever.
Oh no!
Stop
feel
Tropical
bad.
Storm, Ken.
I feel bad for Zone 3. Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
Jacksonville's just been having thunderstorms and gale force winds for multiple days.
I just got
The
dinged
only-
there. I don't know who that was.
The only problem with Zone 3 is that the north end of Zone 3 has been under this, but the south end, which is Miami-Dade and Fort Lauderdale, has just been chilling in sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
But they're under the watches as well.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a
I want
problem.
Tropical Storm watch for 2.
Tropical Storm watch for 2, please.
FPS watch for 2, yeah. Let me note that down, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Yeah, tropical storm watch for 2.
I'm going to hold.
I would like to issue a bash Ken for not going to Georgia after I declared an emergency.
Yes. I mean, it's,
yes.
It still hasn't made landfall at all. If it would just move inland, you dumb thing.
Just come off hurricane and go into Georgia so my emergency isn't wasted.
This is probably one of those storms that Xavier would do all the updates on, and he would just be in pain.
Yeah, we like it when Xavier's in pain.
That was so sinister for no reason.
Right now.
Oh, it's weaker.
Hooray!
I think it's just making landfall.
Yeah,
I think it's trying the world record for longest delay to a space rocket launch from Kennedy.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And it's starting to move a bit more.
I'm holding.
So depressing.
I'm gonna cancel my watch for 2.
Cancelling.
Well, it is depressing. There's 4 depressions.
Quite right.
I'm holding.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm colding.
Let you guys have just a little bit of thinking time, just in case.
Just breathe.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Actually, no. That's it. No, it's just
This thing has stalled off the coast of Zone 3 for like a week now.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
No, we're at 16, now 17. Cancel for 2.
Okay.
Cancel for
Yeah, cancel the tropical storm warning for 2.
You didn't have a tropical storm warning.
I had a watch, didn't I? I
Yes.
noted it down as warning. Oops. Okay, cancel the watch.
Ike.
That's
cancel the watch for 2.
Okay. Anyone else?
I'm holding because I never had a watch in 2.
Yes.
And the reason I didn't issue it was because that last point 2 advisories ago, that was on a county just still in 3.
I'm holding.
Alright, shall we skip?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Waiting for 18.
18.
there we go. Oh, finally.
Still
it's
holding
actually
on.
wrong.
It's inland.
Ooh,
Holding.
It's still a tropical storm, just about to go to.
If it pulls a sneaky on us and manages to get 100 million as a depression somehow,
It's possible.
I don't know how it's generating
I'll
damage.
issue a warning for 2.
You are. Okay. You just removed the watches at the last advisory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
as
to the
for
Ike
me-
Hurricane Center.
You're going to be confusing, folks.
I'm going to issue a watch for Zone 2, Tropical Storm Watch.
Okay.
But it's going to be there in...
The only reason is because the winds is just barely getting into 2, but I think it's going to weaken once it gets into 2. That's why I'm only issuing a watch.
Christian?
I'm gonna hold.
Okay.
It better not go any farther west.
Oh, it's still going.
Oh, for goodness sake!
This is still a tropical storm.
Yep, just.
I would
Warning
like
for 2.
Warning for 2, Nathan.
Warning to 2.
Well, that
You're
watch,
enjoying our torment.
well, that
I am
watch-
now.
It's
That-
brown oceaning over Florida, and it's now
That-
in 2.
That watch by me was a good call. Warning for 2.
Alright,
Oh,
so.
whichever computer made this, I hate
Alright,
it.
so
so
place
much.
your bets. Do you think it'll still be a TS next advisory?
Yes,
I'd like
and,
a watch
Yes.
for 4.
yes, and it's
Well,
going
what's it?
to
It's still at
strengthen.
40 miles an hour.
It's going to torment us more, and it's going to strengthen over the Gulf.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That's got me thinking now.
Yes, no, the next
That's why I
advisory is
heard.
gonna be on my birthday.
That's why I heard Kay say, "Watch for 4." I know Kay said that because
Oh.
Yes,
the
I
Gulf and
Yay,
go.
I am 20
Lost it.
I
I'm
am
gonna drop
23
everything.
years old according to this advisory.
Nah.
I'm
Cancel
gonna
everything for 3.
I am.
cancel everything. Just everything.
Drop
yeah,
it all.
I'm dropping dropping all tropical storm warnings and dropping the emergency.
Yep, I'm
Okay.
dropping everything as well.
I want to watch in 2 and 4.
It's sleeting over here.
Is it? Oh,
Go
yeah,
and
I need to
dance
keep
in
an
the
eye.
rainy snow.
I would love
Keep an eye
to.
out for.
I think
need
I
to
had
keep.
freezing rain last
Alright,
night.
I'll drop everything, Nate.
Okay, so it's just K still with anything out.
I'm holding out. Come on,
Please
you
don't.
can go
Just
south.
please
You can
don't.
go
Please
southwest. You
don't
can do it. Come on.
strengthen. Please don't strengthen.
All right, here we go.
Especially on my birthday.
Ha.
Good.
Ha.
Right. It is not. It is actually not raining here right now. I've got a chance of snow at
He
1 a.m.
sounds slightly exasperated.
I'm going to hold for one more turn, just in case it decides to turn left.
Alright, shall we skip?
Jonesy has to.
Yep. What?
Oh, just something to do with Jonesy in chat. Yeah. Okay. What that? Yeah. As for me, yeah, I dropped everything, so.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
good.
And we're good now. Holding.
Yep.
K, you dropping all?
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
All right.
It's definitely sleeting outside.
Really?
Rest in peace, Ken.
Yes.
Let's
Alright,
hope
Ken.
so. Let's
Go
see.
find Barbie in Alabama.
There we go. That was the last
Yay.
advisory.
Bye, Ken.
This is the final advisory.
Ken died.
Ken
wonder if
died
my-
after torturing us for a week.
Yes.
That was that was pretty brutal, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I decided to hold the watch in 5 because when I heard other people go on a warning, I'm like, that's more than 48 hours still.
No,
Alright,
we
you're
were issuing warnings for when it was going to cross the boundary into it, which is like the next 6 hours, and then it did.
We do have one more storm to go through.
One.
Ready to take it on?
No.
Yep.
Yeah.
Please let it get to hurricane so it's more interesting than a tropical storm.
I can't control what happens next, K.
Guess
Oh,
what happens
yay.
next?
Oh!
Whoa!
Hello, Hurricane Michael, but farther west.
Okay.
It's almost
Wait,
a
this is the
carbon
same-
copy of the cone shape from the first forecast.
My
I
map's
see-
broken too. Well done.
I
That's
see
not
now.
even where it's expected to land was not even a zone number.
Why is this advisory 2?
Because I didn't do one for advisory 1.
Don't you just love tropical depressions that spawn over Central America?
Wait a minute, this is going well west of the zone we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's
it might
because
get there.
That's
Oh,
because
dear.
that's because it's gonna bamboozle you and go into Florida.
I don't want to be bamboozled.
Well, you're going to get bamboozled, and you're gonna like it.
You
Yes,
should have
you do.
added
You
like
want to
a
be bamboozled.
Also,
Imagine if
I
a
would-
major hurricanes.
a high
ends
surf
over.
warning or something.
I would like
interesting.
I would like to note that I'm holding, and I think we all are. I would like to note
Yeah.
that this is what Nathan was talking about when he said multiple storms at once. Because as Ken was
Yes.
dying, this one was forming.
Does the next one? Cone's moving east.
Yes, but
Ooh.
48
Thank you.
hours is still only 25 north, so we can wait a bit more.
Alright,
Yeah.
so you should skip.
Yeah, we can
Go.
That's actually 72 hours, Kai.
Yeah.
I can't count to 3.
Da-da-da-da-da. It's moving
Four.
east.
4 is now
Still not about
coned.
20.
4 is now coned.
4 is now coned. But that's 5 days out. 5
Skip.
days.
A
And
cone.
this thing, and this
Oh,
thing
man.
is somehow still depression over land.
Yeah.
Yes, a
Oh, no,
25 mile an hour depression.
Skip.
All right. Keep your hair
That's
on.
almost like you can keep
It's driving up
currently
the
having
East
5.
Yucatan Coastal Road.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
All right, here we go. I think.
East again. But
No.
with a
Right.
west turn.
Again.
10, 4.
So now the
4.
48-hour point is actually 25 north.
Yes.
Yep.
Anyone feeling twitchy yet?
No.
Let's try the next one. Will it start to get some strength?
Wait, hang on a minute.
And 4.
48-hour point is just right off of 4.
Yep.
Still not there yet.
I want to watch for 4.
You want to watch for 4?
Yes, a tropical storm watch.
Yeah, I'm going to hold.
I'm going to hold as well.
I'm going to go watch for 4.
Okay. Interesting.
I
Now then.
like how we're covering the entire eastern seaboard all the way up to Atlantic Canada.
Sure.
But the storms have only impacted Florida and a tiny bit of Georgia.
It's true.
Isn't that sad?
Very sad.
Sorry.
If the next people get the hurricane into New York, I'll be disappointed.
We can only do this once, right?
Underwater.
All right, here we go. Well, it's still.
I am now issuing a watch for Zone 4.
I'm gonna issue a watch for 4.
Holding.
Tropical storm watch for 4, please.
NHC think it will strengthen quickly from here.
Oh, wow.
Well, at least the tropical storm strength.
It's still a depression, huh? Interesting.
Well, it just came off the land.
2 days is a reasonable amount of time to get to a mid-tropical storm.
Yeah.
Gulf of Mexico, it can get to hurricane.
I'm not falling for your ruse, Nathan.
What? I'm not doing anything. I'm just saying.
Last time the storm went to 70, it went back to 60 the next advisory.
I
will.
Currently, it would be... This storm is expected to make landfall on 11 p.m. on what would be my 21st birthday.
Wow.
Aww.
Amazing.
Well, you're issuing advisories on it.
I'm issuing advisories and I'll be able to...
Oh, that's a big wind field.
That's a big wind field.
Hey, Lucy.
That depression point is very close to the coast.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that depression point.
That's...
Okay.
Damn, that is pretty close.
Hmm.
I guess they're calling for I'm holding, by the way. I guess they're calling for rapid weakening once it makes landfall.
Or probably just the 50-mile-an-hour peak.
Yeah, maybe.
I love the amount of shear we're getting in September in the Gulf area.
Oh, tell me about it, Kay.
You never know.
This is beautiful.
Can this cone just go up and put a depression point over Ethan's house?
Ooh.
It would take more than 1 point to get to Central India.
I'm afraid we don't have a number zone for that.
No.
No, we don't. But it would still be funny.
We do for Xavier.
We do, yeah. That's a
I'll
big
issue
deal.
a TS watch for 2.
TS watch for 2.
The 2?
Yeah.
I want an emergency.
What is that?
I'm going to issue a TS
watch
for 2. Yeah, TS watch for 2.
I'm holding.
Christian?
Okay. I'm holding. I've still got a TS watch for 4 right now.
What?
Fascinating.
Why do I feel like that Joey and Ike are gonna end up being the big brains here?
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Well, we'll see when the scores come out, won't we?
No, well.
We will.
No, I meant like for this storm. They went watch for 2 and no, the rest of us did. God, English is hard sometimes.
Only for an American.
Okay, I'm going to upgrade my Tropical Storm Watch to a Tropical Storm Warning.
I'm gonna upgrade all of my Tropical Storm watches to warnings.
Wow.
I'm holding.
I would like a warning for 4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold.
Okay, let's fast forward a bit.
That wind field though, Jesus.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see now why.
Chunky.
It is a chunky boy.
And that's what you get for sitting over the Yucatan for a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah, but will this thing go to a hurricane? What's that right now? 45. Okay, no.
50?
I am now going to upgrade my watch in 4 to a tropical storm warning.
I'm gonna upgrade a watch for 4 to a warning.
Holding.
Anyone considering hurricane watches?
I am. Yes.
Really?
I actually did think about it, but I'm not yet.
I'm going to issue a hurricane watch
No.
for Zone 4.
Wow.
What do you mean no?
No, you
wouldn't. What do you mean no?
I was just thinking, very interesting. No
Can
one
I
else.
issue a tornado watch for
Quite
Florida
brave.
Who are you, Royals?
I mean, it's gonna produce some naders.
Yeah, it's gonna produce.
Maybe one day we can do an exercise for that.
No.
That'd be a Force 13 US one.
Predict the tornadoes that will verify.
60.
I'm very glad I didn't do a thing I was considering because it continued to move farther and farther west again.
Yeah, it's moving west. That's why I didn't go anything with 2. I'm holding.
I'm actually considering 6, not 2.
All right. I'm gonna issue a emergency for 2. No, for 4.
Emergency, did you say?
Yeah, for 4.
Okay, Joey.
I'm gonna drop 2, and yeah, that's it for now.
Zone 6 is west of Georgia, isn't it?
It's Western Georgia.
West Georgia.
Yeah.
That includes the Atlanta Metro.
Okay, so we don't need to worry about Alabama in that case.
So, okay, do you think this one's been better forecasted by the NHC? Well,
So
Zone 13 HQ.
So far. Yes, the National Hurricane Center, the simulated National Hurricane Center.
Yep. Next advisory. It's coming in.
Oh, tropical storm. Winfield is approaching land.
Emergency for 4.
Coming home, yeah.
I'm doing an emergency for 4.
Okay.
I'll throw emergency for 4 as well.
All right.
I'm holding.
Can I also point out how the mouth of the Mississippi River down there is just barely in tropical storm force winds?
No, you're not allowed to point that out because it's not a numbered zone.
I know. I would just like to point it out though because it's not.
Minus
a zone.
1 point for being irrelevant.
Oh my god! I'm willing to bonk you for that.
But you're not the one in charge of giving points out, Kay.
Yeah.
If I say it enough, it might come true.
Strike for Christian.
Yeah, it could do.
Manifestation.
Why me?
I'm
Why me?
joking. I'm joking.
Okay, that's just offshore. I'm guessing.
Looks like
gonna
landfall,
hold
really.
Okay, I'm going to drop the hurricane watch.
I'm holding.
But you still have it.
I still had it, yes.
Yeah, you did.
It's a 60-mile-an-hour landfall then. Happy?
Perfect circle.
I'm holding. Yeah, really.
It's not
holding.
perfect. It's an oval.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah, the southern quadrants are a little bigger than the northern quadrants. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
now
dying.
Finland.
I'm gonna hold.
I'm holding.
Now I'm a
I'm
bit
going-
angry
Why?
because I issued an emergency for 4.
Yeah.
That made landfall in Alabama, didn't it?
I think so.
Border.
Just
I think it
over.
made. I think it made.
That means the
landfall.
greatest conditions went through Pensacola.
Yeah. Or Panama City, whichever one's out there on the near the
Panama
border.
City's the one that's in the middle of the.
Oh yeah, it is Pensacola there. You're right.
Anyone
I'm just gonna
making
wait
any
for
changes?
Advisory 18. I'm just gonna wait for advisory 18 here.
Well, I can tell you that there is no advisory 18.
Oh.
Because I never
Okay.
made it, so your warnings
If
will
there
get
wa-
discontinued automatically and you'll get the credit
Well,
for
I
that.
think given this movement speed, it would have been out of Zone 4 at the next advisory.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it would have
it,
been.
yes.
It would have been out of
exactly
Zone 4. So in a mock advisory 18, I would drop the emergency and warning.
So
to-
there we
Yeah,
go.
but I would drop
That's
my
probably
warning
the
advisory 18.
One thing I'm
but
going to
because-
tell you, and it's not a direct spoiler, but interesting little piece of info, is that if Alabama was on the exercise, you would have declared an emergency.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'll drop
yeah,
everything at
definitely.
18.
But it's not, so we don't need to worry about them.
I would have been debating whether to issue an emergency for Mississippi.
Yeah.
Right, Alabama and Zone 4 would have been no-brainers.
Yeah.
All right, I'm stopping the.
My driveway.
All
I'll
right.
send the picture I took.
I've started recording. There's me, Christian, Ike and his cat, Joey, Jonesy, and Kay, and we are here for the results of the emergency management exercise part 2. Ike is fighting his cat. Now,
not literally.
For Tropical Storm Jenny, I can tell you that the best case scenario would have scored 80 points. Okay.
Okay.
Kay incorrectly declared emergencies and ended up with minus 1,861 points.
Okay.
Oh no!
How did a tropical storm striking Florida not produce 100 million in damages?
It produced 106 million across all of the counties, but none of the zones reached 100 million on its own.
Ooh.
Now,
I'm just going to put that down to unrealistic damage generation.
Shut up.
It produced $1 billion in damage, and it was weaker than Jenny.
Jenny wasn't doing much.
Jenny
was crap.
Jenny was.
All right.
Florida. It would have produced $500 million in that alone.
No, it wouldn't. Ike
Yes, it would.
finished up with 6 points.
Oh, we're in the positives.
The positives.
Yeah. Jonesy, you ended up on that storm with minus 3.
Oh, not bad.
Not bad.
I'll take it.
Christian finished with 49 points.
Oh,
out of the 80. Very impressive. And Joey finished with minus 9.
What the heck?
Minus 9. So,
well, I did hate Jenny, so I did say she was going to come back and bite me after I said that her name was terrible.
It was the K storm.
That was rather interesting. The next one was Ken, of course. The best. An emergency was required during Ken, so the scores get much higher. The best score you could have got was 1,438.
Ooh.
Kay declared too many emergencies and finished with minus 421.
Oh God!
What do you mean
you were
too many
one off.
emergencies? How does that work?
Zone 5. Zone 5 didn't deserve an emergency. Only Zone 3.
Christian's real happy.
Ike finished with 1,252 points.
Wow.
Jonesy, 970 points.
Ooh.
Yep. Christian blew it up and finished with minus 1,130 points.
Oh, Christian.
Oh.
How did I blow it up exactly?
I don't know. I can't look at this too. And Joey ended with 926 points. Ken caused $125 million in damages.
So right now, Ike's in the lead, followed by me, and then Joey.
And for Lucy, pretty straightforward. No emergency was required in the Panhandle zone. Most of the damages were in Alabama, I think to the tune of about $400 million. So, the best case scenario, you would have got 44 points, so not a high amount really. Kay finished with minus 965 points.
Kay! Did Kay issue an emergency?
So sorry, Kay.
I know how damages work. This isn't accurate generation.
Yes. It could be.
Yeah, sure.
All I hear is salt.
Ike was there with minus 519.
Oof.
Jonesy, minus 374.
Wait.
Yeah.
Did I issue an emergency?
I
think I did.
I think so. Christian finished with 2 points.
Hey.
And Joey, minus 395.
Nice.
So, the overall scores.
I think Ike still won.
From bottom to top, K minus 3,247.
Oh.
Damn.
You let me put some accurate damages in, and I'll be number one.
Oh god.
Maybe.
I'm claiming the
Maybe.
moral high ground here.
No, you're not.
No.
So Christian, after doing fairly well, in fact, he got 2 positive scores, and yet he came fourth with minus 1,062, and the other 3 have finished with positive scores. Joey in third, 522.
I'll take it. I know I'm second.
In second place with 593 is Jonesy, and Ike has won with 739 points.
Yeah, as soon as you said minus 300, I knew Ike won because I'm like, yeah, I just knew. Good job, Ike.
I didn't think I was going to do that well, actually.
Well, you know, just a bit of fun.
Oh,
yeah. Just a bit of fun. I'm not very that. I don't really mind at all.
So, Ike, do you fancy getting on the next exercise?
Yeah.
All right then.
It's all logic.
We'll arrange it.
It's not logic. It's luck.
It's
luck.
Ike and
There's an
his
element
cat
of
are going on to
something.
the next exercise.
Yes. Ike and his cat. So that's the end of the emergency management exercise, which I think has run woefully over time. And we'll be back again with the next one, which I can't remember what time it is in our schedule. The next emergency management exercise should be on... Gotta find it. Friday is the next one.
Next Friday.
So there we go. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was them over there, and now we're finishing up here at Force 13 HQ tonight. We're on the Universal Clock. We have entered the 30th of November, and that means it's our birthday now, so 10 years strong, and we'll have a proper live event on that later on in the evening. I can tell you that we will be beginning tomorrow's stream at the same time that we began our proper stream tonight, which is at 10 p.m. UTC. And that's when we'll be back doing loads more stuff. We've got a packed week for you with all kinds of things: animations, music collections, game shows, guest the storms, emergency exercises. What more could you ask for? But from us tonight, that's all, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.